Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fabulous Tuesday. I am very excited because we streamed Flesh and Blood last week, and we did Draft and Seal. That was a nice, palate cleanser break. We've been doing a lot of Blitz, deck building, gameplay.
I loved it.
Set 3 came out. We had a good time. But I had a friend who, the week you were gone, actually taught how to play the game on TTS.
You have other friends?
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm announcing publicly like this.
What
I'm cheating
is
on you.
this?
But I taught them how to play Flesh and Blood on TTS, and they were really interested. So I had a couple extra starter decks, which we need to get to that giveaway in a second.
Yes, let's do the
But
giveaway. Ben, we got you. We've forgotten twice.
I had a couple extra decks, which you can't get right now. And then I had gone through all of my stuff, and anything past 6 of any card, I put in a stack. And so I saw after we had drafted, we only used 2 Crucible of War packs for each of us with every draft, and I have enough of the first edition product of set 1 and 2 for us each to do that one more time.
Had the itch.
I had the Crucible box that we had opened, and it was the last box of my case. And so there were I don't know, there's 24 packs in the box. We'd opened 4 of them, and I knew we only needed 4 more to draft if we were going to draft those packs. So the way I was looking at it is there were 16 packs I could open, and primarily so that I could send all of the extra stuff I didn't need along with the shipment to my friends.
I hope, Zach, everybody at home can understand how long-winded this explanation of why I cracked open all of the booster packs without you is. Because that's what we're listening to right now. Zach is basically saying, here's all the reasons why I opened all these cards without you.
This is what makes it okay. So that is what I did, but I was beside myself because pretty much the only card left in the game that I really wanted was Shiana, the Shapeshifter hero.
I want those Command and Conquers.
Well, yes. I looked after that last time we played. You said, can we just go grab them on eBay? Side note, they're all really expensive.
Are they hundreds?
I think it was 140 or something.
Well,
per card.
that's what friendship is.
So I was like, well, we're just not going to do that right now because it's
no
not
way.
going to happen. Well, especially because
We got Unlimited coming,
the
right?
Unlimited's coming.
Yeah.
So I assume the price will go down. I assume the Unlimited price will be a little lower of the singles. Maybe we'll see. But at worst, I know there's going to be more boxes. Those first 2 sets are pretty big. So we have a case of each basically. Toying with the idea of whether or not I want any more. We'll see. We'll at least draft and seal more. That's the thing. I just gotta
tie off.
That's right. But I pulled Shiana, and for people asking, yes, I pulled her in the same case that I got the Shard of Arknight in. That's something we've seen a lot of.
It was also marked, the LSS sent it to us marked. This is a special case for Covenant. It has a very definite spread.
No, but I've seen that a lot. So I was considering trading for her, but I didn't want to do that until I opened the rest of that box.
Smart.
Because it's
another good reason to open the rest of the packs.
I had been burning a hole in my proverbial pocket for a month. So I opened it. I pulled the card. I don't know if it's any good or not, but I love it. It looks amazing.
Shiyana, well, it's the kind of deck that you just are going to love building. Let me tell you that. And I think we should do it together.
I agree. And the thing about it is I don't know if we actually have the cards to make it work. So here's the deal. Can we pop Shiana on the screen?
We need all the,
So she's a Shapeshifter hero. She's a young hero, so you can only play her Blitz. It's kind of a bizarre decision, honestly, which is they made a legendary a card that you can't play in Standard Constructed. It's a young hero, so that makes me think they just did. It was really cool, celebrating their 1-year anniversary. So props to Legend Story for making
cool
it
thing, wasn't it?
through this year. They did a Blitzathon.
Can you imagine a 1-year anniversary right now? Launching a game this year was your game launch. It's crazy to me. That would be the most stressful, obviously the most stressful time in the past.
Crazy.
100 years to launch a game? I don't know.
I mean, if you're gonna pick retrospectively, when would you want to drop your game? That was not it.
Physical card game based on people getting together in the Flesh and Blood.
The only way it would have been worse is if the pre-release for set 2 had actually been the launch of the game weekend. That would have been devastating. But they at least had a good 6 months happening before that happened.
That's true.
But Shiana is a shapeshifter, and that's her class, and there's no shapeshifter specific cards. Upside is we finally get to do what you want to do for weeks, which is find a place for Talishar. The neutral sword.
You have my attention.
Because she can't play the class cards.
Right.
And that's the neutral weapon.
She gets 3 swings.
Yeah. But her special abilities, at the beginning of the phase, she becomes a copy of a target hero until the end of the turn and gains cards you own to the class of your hero in addition to their other class types.
So is target only on the board? Can I target something in my collection?
You cannot. It has to be on the board. And this is partially built for multiplayer.
Right.
So they announced the rules where you can play basically 3 and 4 player. Same with that the other neutral guy, the trader.
Yeah. Trader of skins.
Kavsdan or something like that.
Yeah.
So obviously, the more heroes on the board, the more abilities you could potentially copy. Is nice to be able to do. But the special thing is you can have the specialization cards of any hero in your deck.
Mm-hmm.
So she's obviously the only character that can play cards across classes, but it's very limited to only the specialization cards because she's basically shape-shifting into those things, right?
Okay, yeah, well, and that makes sense. So, but that means that for the rest of time, all specializations can potentially be run here?
Yeah, but again, they made her a Blitz hero, right? So
interesting.
It's very specific. I think it's Blitz and multiplayer. This is an option.
And some Danny vibes on that.
Yeah, definitely. Look at that art. Just take a peek.
Beautiful card. It's a beautiful card.
Ryan Roper apparently says there's technically not a rule against playing young heroes in full constructed, although he's not sure how smart it would be.
Oh,
the Moxie,
yeah.
I would love to go to a tournament with a young hero.
Of like a playable class too, of like a normal class. That's what you should do. Go in with 20 health, ninja, and just be like, I'm so good.
It's like that. I like the art better. It's like that movie or show we were talking about that was the guy that's like, take a turn.
Yeah.
Take another. He cuts his deck in half and says, which half? And he's like, which half what? Which half would you like me to beat you in?
Yeah, right. What is that? Gamers something?
I think it's Gamers 3 or something. Anyways, that would take some moxie, but if it's powerful enough, then like half health might not matter.
There's enough specializations.
I'll tell you what I like though, which is cool. I was thinking about this, which is I'm very fond of a handful of cards, which we'll get to in a minute when we actually start trying to build.
Just like having a handful of cards
yeah,
in general?
No. There are certain cards in this game I really like. Scar for a Scar.
Right.
Life for a Life. The potions.
I'm seeing a trend.
Lead the charge. All the like super low cost, efficient, quick things. And then the sink belows and the what's the opt one that is a defensive reaction?
Yep, I know exactly what you're saying. I know what it is.
I can see it right here on the table.
Yeah, I can see it.
But all these are neutral.
Ball.
So I was starting to realize that like, a good out of 40 cards in Blitz, at least 14 to 18 in most decks, minus Wizard, are neutral anyway. So it's kind of interesting.
That's fair.
And I think you could actually look at because the neutral stack is just going to keep getting bigger.
Right. It's the power of neutrals.
I think it would be pretty easy at some point to build a neutral deck.
She would be a great one to do it with.
That is great. And then you have your 8 specializations that work together somehow.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense because I was looking at the trader, and the trader doesn't really bring anything to the table to make it better than just running a class. Not yet, at least. If we get some trader-specific like specializations, then it could be a fully fledged class. Or if we get some different things to do, I think he has the copper. Is he in here?
Yeah, he should be like
the Kavdan or whatever.
Armor.
I just want to make sure. So once per turn, he's got this weird ability. Okay, I don't think this is ever going to be the right ability in any kind of a 1v1, but pay 3 if a hero has more health than any other hero. So basically, if you have more health than me, you lose 1, and I create a copper token.
Well, whoever loses take the damage, get the copper.
That's right. That's even worse than I thought for 1v1.
But that said, he's got a 3-cost damage you can't prevent.
Yeah.
So like, but it only works until you have less life than him.
Then if a hero has less life than the hero, they gain 1. And then it has the 4 destroy copper, or go again. It's the copper is the item with the 4 go. So if you can start doing interesting things with copper, then he would get more interesting. But right now it's just the cash in card.
And I mean, he does have. I mean, it's literally pay 3, do a damage to them. If they don't have a use for the coppers, they're not that good. Like if they aren't playing cash in or something.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And the flip side is, if you have less health, you can pay 3, gain 1.
Mm-hmm.
So like generically being able to pay 3 resources to do a damage or gain a life.
It's both though. So this may actually be better than I thought.
So it's both, but you have to pick a hero.
It says if a hero has more life than any other hero, they lose 1 and create a copper token. Then if a hero has less life than any other hero, they gain 1.
And I think
it's a scrunch.
But like, you can't pick different heroes, can you?
Yeah.
So you can pick them to lose 1 and you to gain 1 if you're
Well, you don't pick. It's if a hero has more health, they lose 1 and create a copper. If a hero then has less health, they gain 1.
That's actually better.
So it actually is kind of a permanent.
If you're ahead of me, if I'm down, I pay 3, you lose 1, I gain 1.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't do anything with the coppers, then Bummer for
But it's
you.
3. Like, what is it? 3 resources. What's an attack look like comparatively?
But again, how many times do you get someone down to 1 or 2 health? I guess technically if they're at 1 or 2, you can't do it.
You can't.
Unless you're
Then you'd
under
have to
them.
finish it in some way. It's such an it gets inside of me and makes me want.
Alex Becker saying, "Hey Steven,
it.
James on the Blitzathon played against Cavden against Matt Rogers, who was a Nationals winner and barely lost in Blitz."
What did he play? How did he do it?
It's on the Blitzathon.
Well, that's 8 hours. Come on, somebody give me the details here.
Yeah, Fat Guy IT saying the Cavden deck ran so much healing at the Blitzathon, he almost outlasted him.
Oh,
So he's
just
healing.
waited.
Yeah,
Right.
just
Yeah.
not losing.
Okay.
Okay.
My favorite kind of deck.
Yeah, just
So
hanging.
just twiddle your thumbs and don't die.
Now in multiplayer, that's pretty crazy though, right? Because that ability applies to the table.
Yes, in multiplayer it's amazing.
He's a traitor. He's
Mhm.
hilarious.
Hey, real quick, check in with everybody out there.
Can you hear me at Lost Prince?
So, in case you haven't been keeping up with the situation that we're in here, so what was it? Late last week, is that right? I think it was late last week. We had a technology explosion. Essentially, is what you could call it. So we literally we had the 2 cam links that we were using for various purposes to get the HDMI signal into streaming, etc. And they were literally smoking. They blew up. So then we got kind of a quick, cheap solution that we used on Friday and Monday, and now we have upgraded back to a better capture card and some new encoding settings and whatnot. So please let us know if everything sounds good, looks good, and particularly if the audio and video are in sync. I'm not sure that I can do a whole lot about it right now, but hey, this is the beauty of the Skeleton Crew. We're just going to see if we can make it happen.
Also, quick note: we have more of the Iris starter deck.
Yeah, the Iris starters just
went in today.
Yeah.
So if you want to try this game, if you've been on the fence, you can grab 2
free.
of those. It's free. You pay shipping.
Well, not totally free. We gotta get them to you.
Fat Guy T is saying it sounds good and all is in sync. Jan also saying all seems good to me.
Okay,
That's
great.
But those are in stock.
Continues.
We're also working with a community member to do a giveaway, which I'm going to link to. So you can submit here. If you already own the game or have stuff to play with, don't sign up for this, please. But you can sign up for it. We're going to randomly pick some people later, and we're going to send out. How many decks do we have left? Or does he have left?
Don't quiz me on that. Like 12, 16?
I don't
Ben
know.
knows.
Some number.
Ben can tell us. He's right there in the chat.
We're giving all of we're working with Ben to give all of these away because we're still waiting on the reprints of Unlimited and whatnot. And then I've seen a lot of people asking questions in our Discord about Unlimited and the bundles and stuff. We will have more of the set 1, set 2 bundles. I just wanted to get that out before we dove into this.
It will be unlimited.
It'll be unlimited.
Obviously.
A box of set 1, a box of set 2, and then 2 random cold foil weapons from the first 8 that we were giving away.
Ben has 16 hero decks. We're going to give away, I believe, to 8 people. We're going to give away 2 hero decks. Ben, do you want us to go ahead and just do all 8 right now? Did I hear you correctly in doing that? We can also do 6 right now. We do 4. We forgot the last 2 weeks. So that's 4 that we're owed.
It's been a while. Well, we didn't stream 2 weeks ago because you were gone.
No, that's
we
right.
didn't stream Flesh and Blood, I don't think.
Hard to know, really.
I don't remember.
So we can just do, I can go get the spreadsheet and we'll read off like 8 names. And then we'll send emails to everybody that won. I think there's like hundreds of people that have entered this thing.
Yeah, I just linked to it, so I want to give people a second to.
Yeah, if you want to sign up,
thing.
right now is the time. Ben is super awesome. Basically, had some extra hero decks that were there, and basically wanted to say like I don't need all these starters because I've clearly started the game. So I'll give them away to all of you, and sign up right now. We'll go to the spreadsheet and do a random number here in just a second. I'll pick probably the top 8, and we'll do that. And then if you want, just like Zach said, the basic Iris starters, like they're designed to be played against each other. That was the whole intent of that product. Then those are available on our website, teamcommando.com. If you can't find them,
and then
please let me know because the website has failed.
If you are interested in the other stuff,
4 today, 4 next week. Sounds good.
The regular starters, the booster boxes and stuff, we have waitlists on the website for everything that's out. And I think we have some Crucible War boxes left.
Yep.
Those are slowly disappearing.
Okay, so we'll do 4 on the giveaway. Let's get into this just a second, but don't let us forget, okay? We can't forget. We'll do the giveaway in just a second.
Even if we don't publicly announce the names, you can email people.
Oh, but we got to have the public announcement. We got to get some excitement going here, everybody. Let's go. It's a tough time. Flesh and Blood. I mean, we're in this weird, it's the purgatory period of a collectible game right now. which Zach and I are very familiar with because we've dealt with that for all of our lives.
Every game we've ever
Every
played
game has
eventually
always
does
been very bad at most things.
that. Well, this isn't the game being
Aside
bad
from the
at it.
game.
This is just life.
No, this is fine, but it is a long delay. I'm saying we're used to long delays because we played Star Wars Destiny. That's what I'm saying. Because we played I'll just say it out loud. Because we played Star Wars Destiny.
There was a lot of delays there.
It was, in fact, a non-delayed set was more unusual than a delayed set.
That's true. In fact, I don't even think you can say delayed. That was just what it was.
The sets just randomly appeared from time to time.
Star Wars Destiny sets arrive precisely when they mean to. They are never late.
Yeah, that's the way that they would spin it. All right, how are you going to do Shiana here? Are we going to pull out all the specializations? You speaking French now?
Man, you know what? No matter what's going on, you can always just play some games and have a good time. It's great.
That's true. Yeah, I was thinking actually. So right now, if you think about the spread of what we're usually doing on stream, we've got 2 dueling card games, Flesh and Blood and Ashes. We've got 2 cooperative card games, Arkham and Marvel Champions. We've got 2 miniatures games, Skytear and Crisis Protocol.
It's a nice even split.
All hitting a different section of their own hobby space.
Yep.
But all perfectly, we got this perfect balance of dueling, cooperating, and then miniaturizing.
So are we done? We just hang out here forever?
I think we're done.
We also have
We've reached
the
Valhalla.
spice of life called Throwback Thursday.
That's right. The spice is probably what keeps it interesting, really. Joshua here, did they answer the question of what Fabled cards will look like in Unlimited? Are they considered different than cold foiled?
They'll be rainbow foiled.
Everything will be, right?
All the cold foiling is turning to rainbow foil.
Everything in the set.
Yep.
So anything that was cold foil in the original set will absolutely be rainbow foil in Unlimited.
As far as everything I have read and understood it to be, that's the case.
Okay.
I haven't it's weird because
you want them to be different. I mean, that's the whole point.
Yeah,
right?
but I haven't verbally heard that because there's not a Flesh and Blood YouTube channel where they're saying stuff a lot or a podcast or something.
Right.
I've just read it and reading comprehension. I feel like my verbal accuracy when someone tells me something, I'll trust what I think they said more than what I read that they said.
Really? I'm the total opposite.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta have text. In fact, to remember anything, I have to write it down.
It's not that I will remember, but if you told me today, you.
Oh, see, I'm the exact dude. Once it's on paper, it's way more stable than what I heard.
Really?
Yeah, I'm dealing with these people with the well and the septic stuff and all that. We'll be out there tomorrow. It's like, no, it won't actually happen until it's written down that this is our appointment.
That's true, but I'm saying I leave a wider margin of error for understanding what someone was trying to say when they send me text. Because I've had any number of times where I'll read something someone sent me.
Huh.
And I think that they meant a certain thing. I'm trying to think of a particular example. It's happened with me and my wife all the time.
Well, yeah, tells all this time, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't help that I use very. She will critique me for this. I use very specifically around timelines. I use very nondescript words.
Yeah.
It's I'm leaving the office in a little bit.
Yeah, I do that as well.
And she's like, "Is that 10 minutes or an hour?" And it's if I knew exactly the moment I was going to be leaving.
It could be either. That's why I said it like that.
That's why I said a little bit. I don't want to be on the hook. When are you going to be done playing this game with your friends?
It's turn 3.
I don't know.
Is he playing Shiana or is he playing Ninja?
She's just trying to have dinner hot by the time I get home. So
what a blessing.
Can't blame her.
I'm going home and making dinner for myself, Zach. You should be very thankful.
I'm not upset at it. I'm just saying that I have realized when I don't want to commit to something, I can use very flowery terms.
But then the other person just has to be like, oh, well, forget this. If they're not going to give me a clear timeline, I'll move on with my business.
That's right. And I wouldn't expect anything else.
Get that libertarian gene going.
Jim, this is very kind of you to say. He says, I'm unsure what's cooler. You guys are fab. I'm going to go ahead and just let you know.
It's Flesh and Blood.
Fab. It's fab.
Yeah.
You want to do this?
Yeah,
okay.
I want to do this.
So
with you.
the first thing I need to do.
Keep you away from your worst instincts.
We're going to pull up Shiana again. She's going to pop up. So.
Do you want to go to the table or not?
Yeah, let's go to the table.
Okay. Table might be a little dark too. Let me know if it's a little dark.
So again, specializations.
I
think the first thing I want to do is roll down the specializations. It is worth knowing the weapon she can run is Talishar, which Steven has wanted to have on the table for a long time.
Very long time.
It's
dark.
It's a 2-cost, 4 damage attack. Takes both hands, and then if you put 3 rust counters on it, it gets destroyed. So you basically got to swing this thing 3 times throughout a game. which for some heroes, like a ninja, couldn't use this because they would bust through this thing in like 2 minutes.
In 1 second, yeah.
But some
one round.
characters, they're just fine.
I still think Wizard could do it.
Yeah.
I still think Wizard could do it.
Just having a swing.
Oh, I did that wrong.
So before, now you have the big old neutral binder, which we'll need because most of this deck is going to be neutral in my opinion, because the specializations are extremely specific, and most of them are in our decks. So I'm going to flip through and just see if I can find any specializations.
Oh, do you want me to go through the decks?
All right, so here's one. Blazing Aether, Kano specialization. Deal X arcane damage to a target hero, where X is the amount of arcane damage you've dealt to that hero this turn. So that seems unlikely.
Probably unlikely.
Yeah. Now, Lesson in Lava is 1 cost, deals 3 damage to opposing hero, arcane damage. And if it deals damage, you can search your deck for a wizard card with a cost equal to or less than the amount of damage it dealt. Reveal it and shuffle your deck. So
You're
that's
not going to get a wizard card with that.
Well,
Or
it's
you
a
could
wizard
get
card.
Another.
You could get it itself. So that's actually pretty good.
So common lessons. A lot of lessons in Lava there.
You can make that happen. So I'm just going to pull that out.
Ryan Roper saying you want the Ira card draw specialization. That seems
the
like
whirling
the kind of
mist blossom. Absolutely, top of my list.
Look at you knowing your stuff these days.
This is a game I've been spending a lot of time with. I love this game. Showtime.
Here we go.
When it enters the arena, search your deck for a Guardian attack action card. Reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Doesn't he have... Let me pull out my deck. Because I think he's got a specialization attack.
Who's this?
Bravo?
Showtime? Or whatever
Showtime goes and gets a specialization attack.
Mhm.
But I think he gets a Guardian attack. But I think he has a specialization attack. There it is. Crippling Crush. Mm-hmm.
Is that just a big ol' attack?
And if it hits, they discard 2 random cards. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's just 11 damage, 7 resource attack? Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Cool.
Wow.
This is going to be fun. Spark of Genius. Let's look at this one. This is a dash specialization. You don't want this, right? Search your deck for a Mechanologist item card with cost X. Put it into the arena. Does she have a specialization item?
I don't know. Perhaps.
Well, I don't either.
Somebody
needs to buy more cards already. This is...
Gonna have to after that.
This is pathetic.
All right.
Streaming with a half a collection here.
We have Lord of Wind, Katsu specialization. It's a 0 cost, 2 damage attack. If Mugenshi release was the last, it won't be because he can't play it like that. We also have the Whirling Mist Blossom. Yeah, that's a 2 of. Absolutely.
This is the question we all have that Alex has got here. Can you play these specializations if you're not copying the hero across from you?
I assume so.
What does it say? Does it say it can only be played? You can only have it in your deck if your hero is Bravo. But it doesn't say you can't play it if you're not Bravo.
That's right. So she has that you can have specialization cards of any hero in your deck. So you can play any of these.
You can play them like normal.
Yeah, the only thing her spotting and turning into, it copies their text.
Right.
It also makes you gain that class for the turn.
Right.
So if you had any cards that said, like, your Guardian hero does a thing, she becomes a Guardian if she's mimicking Bravo.
Okay, cool. So you can play any of these specializations as far as we understand.
Yeah.
Which would make a lot of sense. Otherwise, it would really be a waste of a card.
It would be a... Yeah. Agreed.
But, I've been wrong about things before.
People are saying Teklo Core.
Yeah, that's the item for Dash that I'm sure we don't... Wait, we do have it. It's in that Data Doll awful deck.
Well, I deconstructed that deck, but you do... No, you have it over there. It's in your deck box.
I don't mean awful. I mean good. Very positive
My favorite experience
deck.
ever.
Okay.
All right, let me search this deck. Become the Arknight. Viscera specialization. Choose one. Discard a non-attack action. Search your deck for a Runeblade attack action. Or discard an attack action. Search your deck for a Runeblade non-attack. So I don't think that works unless there's a Arknight Ascendancy.
Here's Dorinthia.
Interesting, interesting. This is going to crush every deck that we have.
Steel Blade Supremacy is kind of interesting. It's only interesting. It gives Talishar +2, and if it hits, draw a card.
That's interesting enough.
It's interesting, isn't it? What's up, Jordan? Oh, I need to get on the text machine.
You gotta add that to your daily check.
Yeah, yeah.
For anyone that doesn't know, I'm gonna grab it.
You can text us anytime.
You can, giving Steven a whole lot more things to be communicating with. It's a cool thing we're trying out. I'm just gonna post a number. You can text us. We obviously won't respond here necessarily unless Steven whips his text machine out. Sound like an old man.
Yeah. Ah,
You have that text machine?
who can print this spreadsheet? Okay, other things. Steelblade Supremacy we saw. Singing Steelblade is an attack reaction that if they've defended with a card from their hand, you could get another attack reaction from your deck.
Okay. This deck's gonna get weird.
It's good.
It's my kind of weird.
Don't forget where these go. Obviously, you can't because they're specializations.
We know where
We know where
from
they
whence
belong.
came.
Man, this KO deck was insane. Or KO.
KO.
Like KO.
Like
knockout.
I'm gonna knock you out.
Yeah. Mama said.
Knock you out.
Okay. What is Azalea working with? I forget what her specialization is.
There's also new specializations that we have for her.
Really?
Yeah.
We actually
I
own
put them
them?
in the binder. Yeah.
Did you trade for them?
I was open. Yeah, I opened in booster packs without you. Yeah, I had my extras pile, so I knew what I could trade and what we didn't have, and it was just like,
It's pretty handy.
let's wheel and deal.
Red in the ledger. If it hits a hero, now can only be played from Arsenal only if you control a bow, which will not.
Will not happen.
Not going to be the case for you.
Did you look through both of these binders?
Nope.
You've done nothing.
I'm looking through these decks.
All right.
Jim Villan asking the question in the matter here. How many boxes did you open of Crucible to get the shard and the hero?
It was like 82. Just kidding.
You can find them on our website.
That's right. I was looking at. We have the Shiana in stock. I was looking at, but I didn't want to touch anything until I knew what was going to come in my booster packs. No, that all came from the same case. The Arcanite Shard and Shiana, 4 boxes.
Now, Shiana cannot have equipment from different classes, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so this dash thing isn't going to work out.
Sure not.
Sparkadine is going to get a Mechanologist item card with cost X. We're not going to be able to run Mechanologist item cards, are we?
There's the Teklo core they keep talking about.
Oh, the core. I have the Foundry Heart. Heart and core is very similar.
Yeah, that's what I
have
thought
to
they were
be
talking about,
forgiven
but
for that.
Is it in there?
It's not in here. It's not in anything that I've seen yet. But, you know, we didn't exactly make Mechanologist collecting a huge priority.
Yeah, it was.
Did you look at this one yet?
Nope.
So Reinar doesn't... Where would they just be scattered in here?
No, they're usually at the start.
And we don't have any for Reinar.
That's the right number.
Alpha Rampage. As an additional cost to play, discard a random card. 3 cost, intimidate, 9 damage attack. You're going to want that.
Yep. And if there's...
And Sand Sketched Plan. Oh, wow. Wow, that's great. Foil, too. Are they always foil?
No, definitely not.
Better get that in a sleeve,
Sand
boy.
sketch. It was in the binder. Search your deck for a card, put it in your hand, discard a random card, then shuffle it. Ooh.
Who could resist that?
Ooh.
Tasty card.
Wow. If it has 6 or more, gain 2 action points. Hello.
It likely won't.
I need another copy of this Crippling Crush. And Alpha Rampage.
You could really make something out of this hero.
Uh-huh.
It's like not even fake. But you'd have to have such a... This is a hero. Is that the genius of this hero ultimately? Is this the hero for collectors?
This is the... Oh, absolutely.
Because, like, otherwise this is not going to function.
I mean, it'll function. We'll make it function.
I mean, yeah, you can run a bunch of neutrals with anyone. But like, you need to have at least 8 to 10 specializations, 2 of.
I think you want... Like, even I'm looking at this, right? I'd like to have 2 of each of these. Sand Sketched Plan, Alpha Rampage, Crippling Crush. And then I have I have multiple showtimes. These are generically good. Whirling Mist Blossom is awesome.
You're gonna want that one. Yeah.
Lesson in Lava I think is really good. It's a 1-cost 3 arcane damage, and so
Out of nowhere too.
yeah.
So when they see Shiana, are they gonna pack their null run stuff or not? Probably not.
I mean, you might have to pack at least one,
Wow.
but if I don't think they will.
No, you don't. You know,
That's just 6 damage to the face, though.
That's just 6
because
damage.
I'm gonna pay one and go get the other one. And it's like, all right, let's
unstoppable.
go.
That's actually the best thing that she can do.
Yeah, but like this is what I'm saying. If you look, even without looking at these yet, it's like these are great, these are great. If you had 2 of each of these, and then
You want proxy?
I'll proxy, yeah. And they've had 2 showtime. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 12 cards out of 40. 18-ish is normal for neutral anyway. We're gonna go a little heavier. Let me look at these Doranthia specializations. Do we only have one of each of
Those
these?
are generically good too. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, swing with a sword and then go get an attack reaction. Go get your Razor's Reflex for your Talishar. This is why if somebody just walks in and hears you talking about games, they have no idea what's going on. Go get your Razor Reflex for your Talishar.
It's like, what language
What are you talking
speaking?
about? What are you guys up to?
We'll come back to the
What's a
armor. in a second.
Talishar?
What is a Talishar?
Yurden Bacon asking, where did Steve's hair go? There is no Steve anymore. There is only Moby.
Nailed it. All right, I'm going to go 2 of each of these potions for now because
I
they're
had that,
generically good.
I had that early Moby album that was just so good. Ooh, Lord, I got in trouble. So, did you ever listen? You didn't listen to Moby. Did you guys ever listen to Moby? Like that early, ooh, got trouble so hard. Don't nobody know. It's definitely worth your time if you haven't seen it. What is it called? Up or Jump or Scoot?
Boot, scoot, and boogie?
What was that called? Cycle? Drive?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I like it.
What was that album? So could somebody look that up? Go to discogs.com and type in Moby. There's like it's got that art on it. And it was a kind of old, yeah, Zach, you're on it. It's like gospel samples or something. What was that? What was that called? Play. Yeah, I think it's Play. It's Play. What did I say? Jump, scoot,
Jump, scoot.
drive. Jump, scoot, drive. Yeah, Play. Great. Thank you. Wonderful. That was a great album.
Let's get
You
that.
guys should definitely listen to that one.
So
I need to listen to that again. I'm going to make myself a note. Jim, your song with Gwen Stefani was great. Thank you. But now all of my time is spent playing Flesh and Blood. I've given up music entirely. A noble sacrifice, I say.
So says he.
Download Play album from Moby. You're witnessing real life inbox.
Chaos. So I'm thinking with these specializations, I'm just grabbing I'm going to run a sword. So this needs to go in.
Yeah. Razor Reflex all day, every day, right?
Just a +3 on tap.
Yeah, Zach, spot on. Jumping on the cover. That's right. And then, of course, who could forget the music video for Rockefeller Skank? Everybody remembers that, right? Dun, 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 dun. I do pray. No, wait. That is Praise You? I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm just going.
But I think that's Rockefeller Skank, right? I have you. Or is that Praise You? Is there a song called Praise You? Man.
I love you're like, I have no idea what you're doing.
Here's the thing, though. This is something we've talked about for a long time. This is what it's like to actually play tabletop games. It's not like you see videos and it's like everybody's like all very. That is Fatboy Slim. Thank you. Everybody's like, you know, super serious and great and like here's the strategy and the tactics and stuff. But the reality is most of us just get together and just shoot the breeze for about 6 hours and maybe play a couple of games in there as well.
Huh. How do you feel about Snag?
I hate that art so much.
I knew that.
That's so gross.
Remembrance is interesting.
Can you pull up Snag, Bryce? Are you on the other end of this line? Look at that. I don't ever want to see that again. That reminds me of some of the stuff in Game of Thrones that really turned my stomach.
So here's what I'm thinking.
The last season, particularly. We all know it was awful.
Only to be topped by Star Wars.
I don't even think so. There's nothing that's been as bad as the end of Game of Thrones.
I heard that's. You know what? You're right. At least we have that. I heard Bad Robot was getting involved in the Amazon Lord of the Rings series, and it makes me nervous.
Who's Bad Robot?
J.J. Abrams. Oh. This company. So the specializations I'm seeing all have the best ones are these giant ones. I guess it doesn't much matter. Sand Sketch Plan wants me to have 6s. I kind of want to be able to play Sand Sketch Plan after like Life for a Life, Scar for a Scar. My hand's empty, so I go get the 6. Although gaining 2 actions when your hand is empty, not good. Have I mentioned that?
Is that what we just got to finally?
I'm just looking.
I didn't miss anything.
I'm looking at these particularly.
Why do you have so many plunder runs in there?
I was just making stacks.
Just because good neutral cards?
Yes. Agreed.
Why don't you do that that thing that we were doing with Ninja where you keep playing the same card out of your arsenal? What is that called? Promise of Plenty? That's a fine neutral.
Oh, it keeps putting stuff into your arsenal?
Yeah.
If it hits.
Pretty good.
But if it's played from arsenal, it's go again. That's a fine addition to my collection.
we call that card advantage. I mean, I like the blue and the yellow. You hate blocking like 1 damage cards, right? It's just always so annoying. You never quite know what to do. Coax is pretty good. Coax Commotion.
I gotta put it over here.
Look, here's the thing about Coax. Like, it's a 0 cost 4 attack. End of discussion.
And it's particularly good, like if you have each hero draw a card, it actually fits in this deck. It's especially good if you play it after they've used a lot of cards to defend. So then it's like, I'll let you draw 1, but you're gonna have a 2-card hand still, so I'm not exactly threatened by that.
Yeah, still not great. And then you could also do, you doing the Tome? Tome of Fyendal?
That's where I'm going to get.
And you need 2 of, I watched the Blitzathon, some of the Blitzathon that Flesh and Blood did.
Yeah, I was popping in and out throughout
awesome.
that.
That card's really important. The heal 3 card.
Sigil of Solace.
Yeah.
Like that foil Coax a Commotion.
Out of nowhere, that Sigil of Solace can do some work. Did we give out the number, mutton chop? Yeah. We gotta put that somewhere.
We should probably put it in the footer, and then in parentheses put text only. People are gonna try to call it. I think there's a fun voicemail of me if you try to call it.
Really?
By fun, I mean it's like, hey, this number doesn't work. You should text this instead. I hate talking on the phone.
Yeah, well, we're under the age of 40.
My wife loves it.
What?
Drives me crazy. Hope she's not watching.
She watches every one of these.
She surprisingly knows more about these games than I am comfortable. Like, she collects it across a lot of conversations, and she's like, "Oh, does this have that mechanic you were talking about?" I was like, "What?"
Man, she must be doing that weird thing called listening. What do you think that is?
She was saying something about that the other day, but I really wasn't paying attention.
Listen to
pursuit of knowledge is going into this deck.
I'm not really modeling that very well in this stream today. I've just been off doing my own thing.
That's what
I'm embarrassed. I thought "Praise You" was a Moby song. That's embarrassing.
I told you this the other day, but I watched the stream back and was telling you I think you're funnier than I give you credit while we're live, because I'm only half paying attention because we got a lot of stuff going on.
That's good. I like to be surprisingly funny.
So let's think about this. Right? Let's just
That's
talk about
the deck, isn't it?
No, we're not there yet. Let's just talk about generic. Even before the specialization conversation.
Hold on, it sounds so exciting.
So 2 Sink Below, 2 Fate Pristine Red.
Is that kind of, I mean, you can probably start any deck there.
Red, 0 cost, 4 defense reaction, great card.
This is like the Refugees and Thrones.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, well, just run them.
I'm also going to add Scar for a Scar, red and blue, to the generically useful pile.
Okay.
Like those a lot.
Blue just because it can be okay, but also mainly it's...
If they're going to block it at all, it's probably going to block at least 3.
Yeah.
So they're at least having to waste. A lot of times you can bait them using their armor with this card.
And most of the time, it's just going to be when you don't have the life, it's going to be a resource.
Yeah, and a late game, if you use it as resources early, it's just like having a handful of cheap snipes is really good.
Now, keep this in mind, one thing that I've noticed a lot whenever I get into playing after I've been doing deck building is I'm not paying enough attention to the defense values.
Mhm.
And a lot of these little neutral cards have 2s.
That's right.
So you're getting batted around a little bit.
But, everyone plans on you having 3s.
Right. But they're going to be launching 3s and 4s at you, and you're going to have 2s.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's still just a
Definitely.
numbers game in the end.
I also like Life for a Life. I've always liked that card. We'll probably always love that card. I don't have any more copies of Red, so I have to pull that from another deck, and we'll get to that in a minute.
So there's 2 slots there, technically?
Yeah. Now, I think Red Plunder Run is so good.
Yeah, I see your curve so far is like 0.1.
Yeah, because I'm going to use my money on these big things.
Right.
And what I want to really be able to do is like 2 or 3, big attack.
Right.
Is the idea. And then even like Whirling Mist Blossom, if it hits and I draw 2, and that is 2 more go again attacks that I can actually play, then like I'm all about it.
All right. Fair.
Even like Tome of Faendal is so good when you can play all of your cards, like on a relatively routine basis.
On that Coke's turn, I almost did that in the sealed game we played last week, but I forgot that it had to be in the arsenal.
Yeah.
Text is important. When you're playing a card game, there's only a few things that matter. Text is one of the most critical.
Correct.
You can have that tip for free.
I also kind of like the 2 defense cards because if I'm relying on 4 Scar for Scars and 4 Life for Lives, I actually want to take damage.
Okay.
Like some. I don't want to take a lot, but I'll take a ping.
You can always not block if you want to take damage.
Now, I actually feel like Time Snap not as useful when I have so many go-agains.
Mm-hmm. How much of this is this deck? What, a fourth of it? You got 40 cards or 30?
When I grab the other tome, I'm at 18.
Is it 30 cards total in these?
40.
40. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I hope it's true. Otherwise, why would you say it? Bradley Jamrock saying, I can confirm that if you call the number, you get Zach saying, hey, we don't check this voicemail, but you should text us. That's what my voicemail should say personally, too.
It's like, hey, I don't check this.
I don't check it.
Text me or email me.
Yeah.
And you better have good details in that email or I'm out.
On my time. Get back to you on my time. Art of War's got to go in. Just put it in there.
I feel like the Art of War, again, it's my like lots of
Well, wait,
attacks
I mean,
that
do you even have a theme? So far, the theme of this stack of cards is generically useful, right?
I mean, that's a good theme.
So Art of War definitely fits in there.
Yes. Well, it's also like Art of War has the attack action cards get +1 attack and +1 defense for the round. So like
it's super relevant for your spread right now.
I can play it on defense, obviously. I can also, the offense, if I get 2 or 3 attacks going around, that's 1 for +1 across the board is pretty good.
It's super good.
And then I also get, you can banish a card and draw 2. So if I have a card that I can't play particularly, and draw into 2 cheap usable cards, that's where I'm
Super
at.
true. Super true. I like Alex. I like this idea. It suggested this when Zach was solo, but I'd love to hear a podcast with your wives talking about how they see the hobby. That'd be very cool.
Can you imagine if it's just Serena and Shannon going live?
It'd be super cool. Actually, you'd have a lot of good things to say. I hope. Maybe not.
That would be even funnier. They're just trash
Just
it.
lambast the whole thing.
I've wasted
this
my whole
enterprise
life.
is a waste of time. Get a job already.
I would actually be curious where they would go after an hour solid talking for a podcast.
I don't think it would. I don't think that it would be an hour.
That might surprise you.
It does happen. Is there a? What are you looking at? What are you doing? You just staring at the cards you picked?
I'm thinking.
What are you thinking about?
I don't think this
Razor Reflex? You got to get Razor Reflex in there, right?
Yeah, I'm in. I really like Promise of Plenty.
Me too.
Especially with all these cards I want to be playing from Arsenal, like Tome of Faendal, Plunder Run, even the Life for Life, Scar for a Scar, or the defense reactions are all good from
Super good.
from there. So I'm gonna grab another Promise of Plenty.
You got that Sigil of Solace?
Do you really run it?
Dude, you run a +3 life every day of the week. Yeah, every day.
How many?
2.
But you can run a lot.
No, 0 for 3 is the trade you're looking for. 0 for 2 is not enough. It can really get you out of some bad situations. That's all I'm saying. Because there's so many times you get intimidated or you get dominated, you can't block, and this is, oh my gosh, it's over. And then it's like, boom. Actually, I have an extra 3 life. I don't lose the game. You just win all out, and now I'm going to win.
All right, let me count.
Oh my gosh, Jared, you're so right. If we had Command and Conquers, get on eBay. Come on, get
come
on eBay.
on,
Come
come
on. I've
on.
never even touched this card. I want to experience it.
Actually,
Man, that's good. 2 for 6.
Yeah, it's the hot sauce.
Can't play defense reactions, and you destroy the arsenal. This is like the hidden sleeper of the first. This is the card.
There's a reason it's so expensive.
Yeah, I guess that's how these games work.
Let's pretend.
Nick, do your wives ever play anything with you guys, like Wingspan or something? Absolutely. We played Spoils together quite a bit, actually, back in the day. Keyforge, Quantum. We played the Quantum board game. We play Love Letter all of the time. Shiana and I play Love Letter once a month at least, just by ourselves in the evening.
Flipping around.
Out on the table, picnic table.
Serena tried X-Wing once.
Really?
And Destiny.
X-Wing's asking a lot. There's a lot of positioning, and I don't even do X-Wing.
Actually, Serena played against Hannah at X-Wing.
Oh, that would be awesome.
It was phenomenal to
I
watch.
bet they had a great time.
Uh,
Actually, X-Wing's a great choice. It's just kind of a...
Got a little bit of fun spiced in.
Yeah.
Just like good old-fashioned fun.
It has that dopamine hit where you actually get to shoot at the enemy, which I rarely got that in the game, but it does exist in that, like, oh, I don't really care if I do damage or not. Like, I positioned and now I can shoot you. Like, that's an achievement.
Yeah. Like you succeed in just giving yourself the opportunity, not just in actually succeeding.
It feels like flying a ship in that way.
Yeah. Okay, so this is 38 cards, if these are all doubled. I like these still. Particularly
There's 20,
this one.
or there's 40.
But my sword doesn't have go again. The drawing a card doesn't really matter.
That's right. It seems like it's pretty good for Dorinthia, but maybe not. That's not bad. I mean, it goes and gets your reflexes.
Yeah.
But do you only have one attack reaction? That's right, because you're not warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they work better in warrior for sure.
Yeah, I think that you can put those back on the Dorinthia deck.
Just trolling you constantly.
Just over here working.
Yeah, I think these specialists work better in the Dorinthia deck.
You don't say. There it is.
EG Crush, what are your thoughts on the Blue Moon card game? I've never seen it, never played it. Bradley Jamrock, I'm going to keep saying it like that because it's right. It's nice. Fox in the Forest, a great 2-player game. I have heard that as well.
I've heard that.
Jordan Hightower, what's a good game that a wife that doesn't play tabletop games would enjoy? It's my current dilemma. Like I said, Jordan, we have a ton of... Once you get Love Letter, once you get in the swing, it takes about 30 minutes, probably 2 to 3 run-throughs. It's great.
It's a great game.
It's phenomenal. I would suggest that. That's always
it's
my
also
place
really
to start
easy to
for
play
a new
like
group of any
4
kind.
to 6 people with that game.
Yeah.
Which is...
You can scale it up. You have a couple
rare.
of friends over, and then it's like, oh, we got 4-player Love Letter. Everybody's comfortable with it, knows what they're doing, etc.
Jared asking if we have any Enlightened Strike, and we don't.
Daedra Gloomhaven. Yeah, that's the ticket.
That's where I would start.
I like to just set
That's
the box
sarcasm.
in front of somebody and then just be like, you'll figure this out in 16 years.
Good luck.
Evan with Patchwork, that's a good one. Isn't that a Plat Hat? Or was it a Plat Hat title? No. Didn't they do a quilting style game? Or is that...
There was one where you were
too many
like...
quilting games out there. I just can't keep track.
There was one where you were like... Children's, like, stuffed animals.
Fabled
Yeah, that's
Stories?
it. Fabled.
Fabled Tales?
Fabled. Wasn't it Fabled? No. Fabled Tales? That sounds about right.
Fabled.
Something. Where?
Viticulture from ProShrink. That's an early Jamie Stonemeyer Stagmeyer joint, isn't it? Viticulture?
Yeah, that's one of his.
That was the one that he kind of got out in front of everything. Stuffed Fables from Evan.
There
That's
it is.
right. Yeah. Yeah, involving wine seems to help the convincing. That's fair. Good reason to try some out.
Where was that tome?
Yiper. The what?
We have the tome somewhere.
Yeah, it's in one of mine. It's the last one that I played. What was that? The ninja thing that we put together?
No, I was playing Ninja. You were playing. No? Who was it? Azalea
I
or
finished
Dorenthia?
playing. It was the sealed though. It was sealed.
No, we pulled
So
that.
that
yeah.
wouldn't have mattered. Yeah.
I think I maybe had it. I think I had it in my Kano deck.
You do tend to take all the good cards. I don't know why. You think you are owed the good cards?
Perhaps I think that I own the good cards.
I definitely don't have any here. Man, I love Warrior. Oh my gosh. Just don't waste time with anything else.
You gonna start with Warrior against me?
Sure. I mean, that's kind of vanilla ice cream to test against, honestly. You're going to get wrecked, though.
There's nothing wrong with a good vanilla.
Although, with that Steel Blade Shunt, I would do very well against you.
I'm gonna go ahead and get this out.
I can also play this KO deck, which is so good.
Busted?
It's so good.
It's actually weirdly good.
It's really good. Did you put Brutal Assault in there? Generic attack? Didn't need it?
And where in my deck? I don't have room
It's
for
a
that.
good neutral 6 damage attack.
Well, I have those specializations that are swinging heavy.
Well, it goes really well with his Alpha Rampage. Discard a 6 or more, and do your thing.
That's not Alpha Rampage. You just discard a card as random, so it doesn't really. It's just a 9 damage for 3.
What about Sand Sketch? Wasn't this the discard do some things?
If you discard a one that does 6 or more, you get 2 actions. But actually, I don't know if I play that.
Now's the chance.
Let's just put that aside.
Okay.
You can.
Here's your sand sketched plan, sucker.
So then, where did my little stack go? Let's put Pursuit of Knowledge in.
Colin saying my partner really enjoys Gloomhaven. I just have to run all the monsters and keep track of the rules. I'd enjoy it if you did that. Hello. Evan saying Abyss Conspiracy flew under the radar, but it's also a great 2-player game. Here's a weird apropos of nothing. Abyss, I believe was the name of it. It was a game for early Mac gaming, which I know is like a contrast in terms. But that game was amazing.
Weren't they
shooting all the aliens?
Weren't they kind of on it weirdly early on?
They were kind of
on
on
it.
it
There were certain
weirdly.
games you could play on Mac.
Escape Velocity was big. Abyss was big. Man, Abyss was so good. Did you guys play it? Did anyone out there play Abyss? You had the arc above you and to the sides, and you could run and jump and shoot like this. So cool.
How was that?
It was so cool.
This is gonna be a weird deck. Just so we're aware.
Oh, Splendor, of course, too. You gotta don't sleep on Splendor if you're looking for that's a game.
Yeah.
That's a great. Everybody loves Splendor. Jordan said I totally played Abyss. I think we're cut from a similar cloth, Jordan and I. Jordan, were you also on the Moby call out?
Or did you play trumpet?
Yeah, did we go to the same high school?
Are you from Chelsea, Oklahoma? This
Who
is
am
gonna
I
be hilarious.
Who am I playing against you? Dorenthia or Kaio? KO.
Man, I can copy that KO ability. Watch out.
You really can.
Mm-hmm. I'd turn into him, which would be funny.
That's fascinating.
And I think I will have to play the Gambler's Gloves. Just kidding. I am playing that Faendale Spring Tunic, though.
Of course
Go
you
ahead
are.
and put the 2 prettiest cards in the game together.
Of course you are.
Speaking of which, I need to pick out my armor.
We'll do one of each then. I'll do Dorenthia first and then KO second if you win. Otherwise, I'm not playing anymore.
I'm out.
Man, we don't like Mechanologist.
I level with the people.
But here's the thing. I've had conversations in the Discord even. I think it was in the Discord. I don't know if it was ours or the Flesh and Blood one, but people love Mechanologist. So it's not like it's just preference. Just as people would say, you do you.
Why do you why?
Is that even does that even make sense?
You do you?
Yeah. Isn't that like the time traveler's dilemma where it's like you have, if you would ever not be doing you, that is actually doing you?
Well, maybe. I think the sentiment
That there's
is.
some immutable identity that you have that somehow is divorced from the actions you
I mean,
take?
you went real deep there real quick. But the sentiment, I believe, is basically stop caring what people think and do what you want to be doing.
Caring what people think is a really important thing in society, though.
Yeah, but caring about what the wrong people think is also.
Well, that's more accurate. But
Check
you
out-
better care about what some people think.
Depends.
That's the way society normalizes itself. That's how we have norms and stuff.
You have the brute binder.
Anyway.
Let's get that.
Oh,
That's it, right?
right
That's that
here?
one, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now I need to grab a pen and a piece of paper so I can make my proxies correct.
Oh, man, you're going there, huh?
Got to.
Wow.
Too many proxies.
Wow. As an example, like, if I didn't care what you thought right now, I'd just rip up your cards. Pour water on the table. These are all the things I want to do that I don't do because of what you think.
Because you don't want the reaction that would come to that.
Colin, I felt judged a lot, actually. A lot. There is a difference.
You want to talk about what it would feel like to just be hanging out with us doing these deck building sessions. This is it.
That is it, yeah. Except it'd be like 3 in the morning and we'd be eating potato chips.
And we'd be talking about, should we stay awake till 5:30 to get to that donut store?
Knowing
across the
full
road?
well that we were going to.
Absolutely.
There was not
Absolutely.
even a question.
All right, let's see.
I was definitely a follow your arrow kind of guy. I like that better. I like the way that Casey says it.
Follow your
Follow
arrow.
your arrow. Follow your arrow.
Well, what does that even mean?
Well, you just gotta follow your arrow, man.
Man? Don't mind me.
But that arrow can be influenced by other factors like
Other people?
wind speed, the current weather.
It's true.
These are all analogies for societal advancement.
If an orc is charging at you?
That's right. That would change things. Did you see that video of that mountain lion chasing that guy?
No.
Oh my gosh. Mountain lions do some weird stuff when they're defending their territory. That weird like cat.
Big cats are fascinating.
Yeah, it
I've
was
always loved like tigers, particularly.
just being that close to near death. Is something that we get to experience together now with the power of video.
Yeah.
It was as somebody who hikes and runs fairly often, did not like that.
So my brother used to live in California. He also was a runner.
Mm-hmm.
Run.
He was like one of those runners that destroys his body though,
Yeah,
which is notably different than me.
he did a super marathon, which is 50 miles.
Mm-hmm. His like toes fell off. Right?
Literally, his toenails were falling off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same brother is unfortunately having back surgery today. I don't think
Unrelated?
It's related. I don't think it's related.
Separate incidents.
It happened when he was like not running. So there's that. Anyways, he would run, and you know, if you're going to be in California, probably 10 miles from his house was mountains.
Mm-hmm.
You can see him out as when you walk outside. And
Take your apples on the way in.
he would go. He had this mountain that was nearby. He would go and he'd run basically most way up the mountain and then run back home. And it was his 20 miles he needed to run or whatever. And several times he would text me after he was done, and he's like, "Ran right past a mountain lion today," or like, saw this kind of animal in the mountains and turned the other way.
I mean, I'm into I'm the nature guy.
You just went on a long trek,
But no, there's no way that I would ever be seen there again. Or I'd have like bells and spears and stuff or whatever they're afraid of. But the key is, and this is just in case you guys if you ever caught, you and a mountain lion are having some bad
scrum?
problems. So, and this applies to most animals, I would say. You don't kneel down ever. They could see that as like, this is my chance to pounce. So don't kneel down. Don't turn your back. Don't ever turn your back.
on the wolf pack.
Never, especially not the wolf
Actually, never turn your back.
So
on the
you
wolf
can
pack.
walk backwards, to try to be cool, but do not turn your back because obviously that's a predatory signal. Make as much noise as possible. Be as unexpected as possible. Be weird. So like shoot arms in different directions. See if you can pull things out of your backpack and throw them. Look so confusing that it's not worth the gamble for this animal to like take a shot.
Yeah.
Because you
Because
don't
they
want
don't
them
know.
to- you
You need it to be
don't-
weird where they don't trust the
Yeah.
situation.
Which I do that most of my life anyway. See what
That's
Cheetah
true.
Fingers has to say over there?
Cheetah fingers?
Cheeto Fingers.
Cheeto
Oh, I
Fingers.
was in big cat mode.
Hey
Sorry.
guys, I haven't played Fab yet, but it looks so amazing that I went and bought the Race Starter decks and a couple booster boxes. Excited to play this weekend with my gaming group. Well, welcome to the party. If you have questions, please let us know. This is I'm playing a weird deck today, so it'll be a fun time.
It'll be weird.
My same brother's wife, my sister-in-law, her family is from Nevada, and so they have a cabin on a lake there. And her dad, who was in his 70s at the time, they have a cabin, and someone left the door open, and so he came out of the shower, and there was a bear, a very large bear in their cabin.
Nice. Just hanging.
And he literally just like put his hands up and started screaming at it, and the bear left.
Yeah, that's how they. That's right. That's right. It works 100% of the time, about 5% of the time. When it works, it's great though. When it doesn't work, you didn't really have anything to lose anyway, did you?
You got those dice?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a lot of them.
Okay. Oh my gosh,
I
Diver
just
is
said, this
so
explains
right.
your deck building, Steven. That's funny. Joshua says, LOL, exactly. As Steven was talking that through, I was thinking, he must think of every card game as a big wild animal. Tony's late to the party. Welcome. Says, what's Zach playing? I'm playing Shiana, Diamond Gemini. One of the best looking cards I've ever seen of anything. Look at this thing. It's going to pop. I know it's going to pop. Can I get...
That's a cool little setup. Look at how great this game looks. I just wish you would put your sword next to your character instead of behind it. Does anyone wield a weapon behind them? Yes, there are many examples of that.
Singular motion.
Yes, it's very
most of my
common
favorite
across
characters
most cultures.
have worn their swords on their back, actually. Can I get 2 more dice? I need 1 for my Faendale Spring Tunic and 1 for my resources that are inevitably going to be left over.
Okay. Ah.
All right, so let's get into this. Even, Steven? Odd.
Odd Todd.
That's what I always said.
All right, so basically, when you're playing against Shiana, you have very little information as to what might be happening. You know you've got 3 4 damage attacks coming in.
From Talishar the Lost
From
Prince.
Talishar the Lost Prince. You've got Iron Wrought Legs, so nothing to see there. Faendal Spring Tunic, just a flex. Hope Merchant's Hood is a pretty commonly good item. And the Goliath Gauntlet, destroy it, cost tier greater, +2.
So
you're going to be doing big swings.
this character actually reminds me a little bit of a character from a book I started reading recently. My brother Tim has
Game of
been
Thrones?
on me. No, that's never gonna finish. Has been talking to me a lot for like a year or two about I forget it's the Cosmere.
Cosmere?
The first book is Way of Kings.
Okay.
Brandon Sanderson, the guy that finished Wheel of Time.
I know Wheel of Time just in passing, but
So
I'm
the
not good
original
at
author
fantasy
of Wheel
books.
of Time passed, and he was actually brought in to finish. He was the author they trusted to finish that, and people seemingly it's well regarded. But he has a universe he's calling the Cosmere, which are all these books. And he, unlike George R. R. Martin, is a machine and treats it writing like a job. And he's actually like, he has timetables, and it's like he has
Just wait till he's got a ton of money. We'll see what happens.
he has a ton of money.
Okay.
I think he's doing quite well. Anyways, there's a character. I'm only on like chapter 4, and it's really fascinating. But she reminds me of there's this like heretic princess. Anyways, Stormlight Archives. There it is.
And that's what.
Darjan said,
Shiana-
"Whoa!" Suddenly, Cosmere talk. People that, by the way, it's crazy.
And that's what Shiana represents.
I don't know.
Or is like.
She reminds me
Okay.
of like a intriguing princess who you don't like. You look at her and it's like she looks.
What's she
regal.
up to?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
what's going
she
on.
up to?
But I also found out it's like Star Wars or Game of Thrones or anything where like the people that like this are obsessed with it, and it's this whole fan base that like it's big enough where there's a lot of you run it now that I tweeted about it and there were a bunch of people that were like, oh my god, I love this. Had no idea. But it's also not so big that like it's like an HBO's TV series or something.
That's
yet.
exactly what Game of Thrones used to be like, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was right in
Exactly
that
what Game of
pocket. So it's pretty good. Anyways, I just saw her and like thought of that character that I heard about this morning. Daedra, she's the A+ princess that only the main pro. I'm not gonna finish that one. Ah, hello. That's the first time I've had to just stop reading a comment.
Gets to have relationships with.
That's right. Okay, 20 health. You have 20 health?
Yes.
Man, Dorinthia is so cool.
She's good.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. She's
All right.
very good.
I have my first turn worked out. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Do. I'm going to play an energy potion, and then I'm going to put this card in my arsenal. Go on with your bad self.
Okay, so a classic play here. I forget how to play this one.
You're not wrong, Daedra, saying you trust me too much, Zach. Yeah, I almost got shook there.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
See, look, 10 more people hopped on the stream because I mentioned Cosmere.
That's right.
It's like
It's
a
that
magnet.
easy. It's that easy. Let's see.
You want me to be able to see this?
Sure.
Let's just make this happen. What's your temperature like?
I'm fine.
All right.
Fine. Well, if you're going to do that, then I'm going to do this.
Cool.
I'm going to play a time snap potion. I'm going to put this into my arsenal.
But I wanted you to hit me.
I know how you play these
Put a
days.
token over on Faendale's Spring Tunic. All right, from my arsenal, we're going to play Red Plunder Run. The next time an attack action card I control hits, I draw a card. If Plunder Run is played from the arsenal, my next attack action this round gains +3.
Mm-hmm.
Put that down. Then I'm going to play a Red Coax of Commotion. It is a 7 damage attack, and if it hits, I can do any number of the following. Each hero creates a Quicken token, each hero draws a card, each hero gains a life.
I see. I see how this goes. Well, no way.
Blocking for 7.
That's right.
All right, that's going to end the chain.
Too
and
many
I'm
triggers,
gonna
man.
put something in my arsenal here.
The heck?
Who are you? Go ahead. You know what's amazing is I have generated 0 resources so far.
None.
It's pretty awesome.
He doesn't need the money.
You can't see me.
Oh, that's good. All right. Might do a little sha-sha.
Remzodot says, commotion, no, it was coaxed. Gonna come at me with the sabers?
I think so. I just don't know if now is the time.
I can taste it.
Yeah, let's put a little heat on it. A driving blade from the arsenal there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drop the yellow to pay for that.
It's a red
Next
dragon
weapon
blade.
attack is +3 and go again, and then I can go again. So then generate 2 here. I've got 1 left over, and let's roll in with the saber at 5.
With a resource left. And does it have go again?
It does. Yeah, next weapon attack has go again.
Okay, so you're gonna get 2 swings at me. No cards in hand. If you hit me, no triggers currently.
If it hits, this can swing again.
Yeah.
So the only way that's bad is if you block with an attack action card, but don't defend the attack fully. Then I get a +1 attack, basically.
Okay. I'm just gonna take 5.
Take 5.
Call me in the morning.
Pay 1, swing at you for 2 with the same one, just to make it exciting.
Spicy.
Mm-hmm.
So you get +1 if I block.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just take 2.
Yeah, take 2. Done.
All right, mine.
Mm-hmm.
Tunic's loaded. Tuna salad. All right, let's do this. I'm going to use my tunic resource to play Yellow Art of War. Choose 2. I'm going to choose all my attack actions, get +1 attack, +1 defense for the round. I'm also going to use next. No, no. Mm. That's interesting.
You right. Mistborn is also in the Cosmere. Did you read this from Chris? Worth checking out. One of the most unique magic systems in all of fantasy. Tell me about it, Chris. I love magic systems.
The book opens. There's a prologue and there's
Otherwise,
a thing
how could
before
you
the
read it?
prologue. It's really cool. I'm just gonna tell you about this real quick.
Hit me.
There's literally the POV character in the very opening. It's setting the lore up. Is a character who's talking about like basically the fact that if they're in war and it's like if they wake up basically in war and if they die they're gonna have to repeat the process and it's really painful. And they have this meeting point and they go meet and there's 10 of them, but only 9 of them show up. And they have decided to basically like bail on this agreement they've made. And so like what ends up happening is that because they bail, the one person who didn't show up, which means they died and they're gonna have to repeat the process, is gonna get stuck repeating the process where they're gonna get out. Because he's gonna keep showing up and assuming that they've died. And have no way out. And so they kind of bail on him. And they're like I don't know how it works yet, but it's like they're like the gods.
Interesting.
And then the one that stayed, I assume, becomes the villain because he's going to be very angry thousands of years later when he finds out what they did.
Yeah.
And that's like they start you there. It's like, what is happening? Anyways, somebody Art of War +1, and then
interesting.
I am going to banish an attack action card in my hand, which is Coax to Commotion, to draw 2.
Cool.
Okay, so I'm going to start with a red scar for a scar. And it's
saw that coming.
+1. 5.
5 at me. Sky rockets in flight. Pew. I'll take 5.
Okay. Then I'm going to play another red scar for a scar. The dream is real.
5.
Stack this up. Then I'm going to play from Arsenal the red Promise of Plenty.
I love that card.
4 damage. If it hits, each hero doesn't have a card in their arsenal puts one into the arsenal from the top of their deck.
I kind of like that, honestly.
And it has go again because I played it from Arsenal.
Yeah. I like that a lot. On block 2. Take 1.
Okay. Arsenal. Fascinating. Let's go.
Oh, I would take actually 1 more. +1 on all your stuff, basically.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna pay for. This is banished.
What'd you pay for Art of War with here?
My Faendale Spring Tunic.
Right on.
I'm gonna pay for a yellow Lesson in Lava.
Ooh.
Deal 3 arcane damage to a target opposing hero. I can search my deck for a card that costs extra less.
I love that in Shiana.
So I'm gonna go get another one. And it doesn't have go again. So then I'm gonna put a card. I'm actually gonna play in red Sigil of Solace to gain 3.
That's what I'm saying. It's a good card.
Yeah. No,
It's a real good card.
now agreeing with you. And then I'll put this in Arsenal.
Nice. I don't know how you played 17 cards that turn, but it happened.
But yet here we are.
Here we are, I guess.
It was because it was 2 scar for a scar, a promise of plenty from the Arsenal. That's crazy.
Okay. Let's destroy this time snap.
You were just saying you should have taken 2.
Yeah, I did. I took 2 instead of 3 because
Oh,
it was
okay, I
+1.
got it. They're behind a little
So
bit.
2 actions. Let's see if this is gonna matter. First action, Centauri Saber.
For 2, 2.
2 damage.
I will put my iron rot legs in.
Iron rot legs.
Jordan Hightower says, "I'm listening to this while I'm working out, and I need to get motivated. Could you guys announce your attacks more enthusiastically, please?"
Okay, it's good.
Take 1.
Take 1. Let's slap again, I think. This one. Centauri Saber coming at you. 2 damage coming in.
I will take it for now.
Okay. Let's go ahead and drop a Warrior's Valor blue.
Okay.
To play a 2-cost Biting Blade. It's going to give me +2. And then I assume you're just going to let it resolve at that.
You're at 4.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to go again.
This one does not.
Yeah, I'll just take it.
Take 4. And then we'll throw this guy into the arsenal.
All right. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Token on the tunic. So close.
What's up, Aaron? Great. Let's convince a friend to order the Iridex. Looking for an alternative card game after Magic let him down.
This is a good one.
Man, we've been hearing a lot about that. What's going on with Magic? We're out of the loop, obviously, always on Magic. Are they dropping the ball? Are they failing? They've been. Everybody always says they're failing. So.
All right. Yellow Art of War.
Here it is.
I'm going to banish a card, draw 2. And then I'm going to give +1. And then, actually, I'll give the next attack go again.
Oof.
How about that?
There we go.
Then I'm going to pop my Goliath Gauntlet and give +2 to my next attack that costs 2 or greater. Then I'm going to play Alpha Rampage.
There it is.
For 3. It's at +2, making it 11. And then it's got Intimidate. I also have to discard a random card.
That one.
Showtime. Your math might not quite add up.
It probably doesn't.
You got 11 damage coming at you, and it has to go again.
And then what? Do you have enough to pay for the arcane thing?
Yep.
How much
Cost
is it?
1.
2? Cost 1. So I can't take, but 2. I can't take but 1.
Mm-hmm. You got all that armor.
Yeah, it's annoying though.
What madness is this?
Okay, so I gotta really ask myself what's gonna be more important. You're doing 11?
Mm-hmm.
I can do nothing. Can't do it. Even if I block with all 3, and then the problem is I got the shunt, which I can't pay for. And 2 3s.
Not enough.
Try it again.
Well, that's
Let's
interesting.
Try it again. Well, the funny thing about that is like
That's just neutral cards.
it's just neutral cards.
She's doing no. I mean, to be fair though, the arcane damage plus the getting the Rampage 9 attack is fine.
It's good. Yeah, it's really good.
Those are just solid. But that was kind of my point when I was looking at the neutrals. Is like I feel like I could build a decent deck with neutrals, and then you get the spice.
You get a little spice, a little action. So what's going on with Magic here? Focusing too hard on Arena. Is it the online thing?
Yep.
allows them to ban cards in standard and arena. That just means you get a wild card.
They did recently just have a big ban.
Oh, and the Walking Dead thing. I remember hearing about that.
Yeah. People were not
Crazy
pleased.
direct from Wizards, unique and legal. Yeah, the times are changing. Okay, let's try that again.
IT Fat Guy IT saying I'm having a blast playing Flesh and Blood, mainly starter decks, but I'm waiting on Unlimited. Yeah, it should be soon. Crystal Dot saying the Magic questions unleashed a fury of comments.
As they always do.
Oh, you know what? I guess I copy you every turn.
If you want to do a double Talishar,
That's right.
You can.
Come and get it.
Let's go again. Nice.
Even Steven?
Even Steven.
Odds today.
Odds to dods.
All right. Well.
I forgot.
Arsenal, go ahead.
Oh, there it is.
You forgot what?
I forgot this deck wants to do a very specific set of things.
A lot of swings all the time.
Kinda.
This is
Yeah, this is probably
interesting.
right.
It's cool though to think that like any deck could run neutrals in a way that's effective.
Saber.
Here comes the sun.
2 attack.
And if I block with an attack action card.
Attack action card.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Taken 2, he says. Okay. Take on. Take on me. And then let me put one of these in.
One of my good buddies from college was from New Jersey. And the year after my freshman year of college, we road tripped his car back to New Jersey overnight, 24-hour drive. And that song came on.
That song 24/7, baby.
Well, it came on about 2 a.m. And it went from like really quiet in the car to like him screaming. And it was hilarious.
You gotta love it.
All right, mine?
Yeah. This game is all about that arsenal, though.
It really is. All right, let's start here.
I'm being aware.
Hilarious. Well, you see. There it is. All right, let's go blue life for a life. If it hits, I gain a life. When I play it, if I have less life than you, I gain. It gains skill again. I have to pay for it. Hold on.
Block with 2.
All right. So you block it. It's got to go again.
No life. Joshua Trevino, what do you got? Honestly, TC, it's been so crazy to watch the decisions Wizards is making in Match of the Gathering after listening to your How to Run a Game series on the podcast. Well, that's probably not great. But maybe they want to run the physical game. Is that what the conspiracy mill is talking about? Like they're just going to try to get to online only with the least amount of collateral damage that they can? It won't happen. It'll be all the collateral damage. Josh saying, plug for anyone who hasn't listened to that yet. It's some of the most thoughtful and insightful commentary on games I've ever heard. That's amazing, Joshua. Thank you. We got some new podcast mics coming in, so we're going to sound buttery average. The mics can only do so much. Zach and I were raised on the streets of Chelsea, Oklahoma, so
I'm just gonna let it lie there.
it's not like we're silky voiced.
The streets of Chelsea.
Habitants. Okay. So I get it. All right, let's make a 3 with that all precious Glint the Quicksilver.
The blue one.
2 for a Centauri Saber
no.
for 2.
Take it.
I got a reaction. Glint the Quicksilver, target weapon attack gains go again.
You got it.
Right.
You see, I want damage so that I can do damage.
Play hit and run out of the arsenal. Next weapon attack gains go again, and if I have attack with a weapon this turn I have, the next weapon attack is +3.
So it gets go again and +3.
That's right. 5 coming at you.
Come on. Come on, dude. Take it.
Okay. And then last but not least, Centauri Saber coming at you.
For dose.
For dose.
Take 2.
I'll go +3 with route.
Got it.
Oof.
Down to 8.
Guess I may as well.
Yikes. Mine?
Yep.
All right, I'll use my Faendal Spring Tunic resource to play a Tome of Faendal from my arsenal. Draw 2. Tome of Faendal was played from my arsenal. Gain a life for every card in my hand. 6.
Woo!
Woo!
You little nature boy there.
That's right. Got to get the shoulders in it.
That does not have go again, right?
No.
It's on an instant. It's an action.
It's an action. Yeah.
All right.
I got to decide what to put under. Let's go here. And then if I have too many cards, I discard one.
I don't know if that's true. I don't think so.
Just stay. That might be true.
Is that true?
We'll see what chat says.
I've never dealt with it.
I've never had this problem.
Over to me. Energy potion, arsenal.
I see.
I don't remember there being a
Crystal Dot saying, I don't think you discard.
Yeah, no one's ever run into this problem.
I'm gonna grab the thing I have in my hand.
But that would open up a lot of like just draw all game and then play double tome like and get 20 card health gain. I don't know.
Perhaps you can do that.
The game is so tight though. It feels like you wouldn't be able to have infinite hand sizes. Matt, what do I know?
Wow.
I'm an old timey. Exactly, Jordan. Like old school Martell. Everyone loved playing against that.
All right, let's do this. From Arsenal, we'll play Red Plunder Run.
Okay.
+3, and if it hits, I draw a card. And then we're gonna go ahead and play Red Scar for a Scar at 7.
David Whitfield, you're great. Good morning, my lords. Hail and well met, warriors of flesh and blood. So awesome. 7, you said, and if it hits, you draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
We can't let it hit.
Not my gumdrop buttons.
Let's go 6 + 1 here for the gauntlets.
Yep, you got it. Mm-hmm. Has go again.
Watch out.
Let's play. Red Coax of Commotion.
There it is.
It's a 4 damage attack. If it hits, choose any number. Hero creates a quicken token. Each hero draws a card. Each hero gains a life.
You got 3 cards.
Mm-hmm. No money, big whammy.
You don't want to. Yeah. You drawing a card. Me drawing a card. Fine. Potato.
She's a wily queen.
I'll do 3 with 1 on the bolters.
So 3 total?
4 total.
4 total. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play Red Razor Reflex. Target attack action card with a cost 1 or less gains +3, and if it hits, go again.
Go again. You got it.
So it's 7 minus however many you block.
-4. I take 3.
All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and have each of us draw a card.
Whee!
And then what's a quicken token say?
The next, like, it'll show up, and then if you do an action, it automatically pops to give it an extra action point, I think.
You have 2 cards in hand.
Yeah. It's an art thing. But it doesn't pop until you actually decide to use it. Maybe not.
It's in the ninja section. It's
Ninja?
Go back up a little. I think I put one. I had a foil one that I put in here.
Nice.
It's like at the front of the ninja section. One more.
Quicken. When you play an attack action card or attack with a weapon, destroy it to gain go again.
I don't want you to get that.
I would like it.
I'll just have us both draw a card, and that's fine. Then I'm gonna pop my Hope Merchant's Hood instant. I'm gonna shuffle these in and draw 2. That was not the color of card I was hoping to draw from my deck. Those Art of Wars helped last time.
Art of Wars are great.
2 out of 2 thumbs with them again.
2 out of, yeah.
Drawn 2. All right. Sure. We'll go red Life for a Life. I have 2 floating, so it gains go again. And if it hits, I gain a life.
Ah. Clever.
Clever.
3 and a helmet.
Okay. And it has to go again, so then I'll pay 2 to swing my sword.
S-ward?
Talishar.
3 it is.
It's for 4.
Oh, it's 4?
Yeah.
Nice.
Thought you were messing with me.
I thought it was
Can you
3.
hand me a die? That's so funny. I gotta get my rust counter on here.
Rust up.
Rust. So that was a
That's good.
fun turn.
It's a good turn. Draw cards, play cheap stuff.
Yep. All right, go ahead.
All right. Time snap potion. Draw 4.
He's a building. I have more life than you. What madness is this?
I see the point of this deck.
For real though. Let's play a blue Pursuit of Knowledge.
Ah, that's a good card.
1 floating. By the way, I didn't realize how amazing Razor Reflex was.
It's so good.
I did not know it could give a go again to an attack action like that. Literally until I played it. It was in my hand. That's when I realized it. Take me.
No. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. That not hitting is probably pretty important.
What's a card?
What's a card anyway? What's a card? See if this is actually worth doing.
Crystal saying, dang, this is what the after tome turn looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Tome's good. 5 out of 5 stars. Would play again.
I don't know. You going up to 5 is a bummer. That's okay. I take 4.
All right.
I take 4.
Then I'm going to go ahead and Sigil of Solace red. You were right. You were so right on that card.
Right, isn't it crazy?
I mean, the number of turns where it's just like, that's the uneven card in my hand that I'm not going to do anything with.
It's the jam.
All right.
The
then I draw
Jambos.
5. If you haven't put those in your deck yet, I recommend trying them. They good. Whew.
All right, let's do an energy potion.
Oh, wait, I have an extra hand size, right?
Yep, you got 5.
Come on now.
Put some money in the tubes.
You need this thing?
Give me the yellow, yeah. Launch the torps. We'll start with a driving blade. Next weapon is +3 with go again. It's going to cost me 2. And then let's pay. Generate 2. Spend 1. Swing at you for 5.
I just realized you probably want me to block with cards.
I'm just having to play it different.
That's interesting. I wasn't like consciously doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to take damage for my go agains. I'll take it. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to have to pile on without reprise if you're not going to block. So let's go generate. I don't know if I like that. I do have go again.
Tree. I'm gonna grab the proxy card.
I don't know. I don't know. 5. I'm doing 5 currently. Is that right? 3 plus
5,
2,
yeah.
5. Two, 3, 4. I don't know. I don't know.
I want to know what.
Okay, we'll do it like this, I guess. And it's a bummer. Yeah. So we'll generate 1 with route. They go to 2. They binding blade for +2 to go to 7. And you got any reactions?
Just taking that one in the teeth.
All right. Take 7. And then with the go again, I'll drop the energy potion.
Mm-hmm. All right. Mine?
That might be the best bit.
Pretty good attack.
Best bit. Yeah, it's crazy. Like all these cards with reprise. It's like, well, these aren't getting used.
That requires me to put a card in from hand.
Yeah.
Just ignoring it. Unintentionally. All right, I'm going to use my resource from my Tunic. Yellow Whirling Mist Blossom. 2 damage. If it hits, I draw 2 cards.
A 2?
2.
A 2?
Bless you.
You got any of them attack reactions?
That'd be annoying.
That's what ninja does. It is annoying.
I'm kind of a ninja. I fashion myself a ninja sometimes.
Let's see. So either way, it doesn't really matter. Let's throw a 3 in.
Okay. You block it.
Blocked.
And then let's do it again.
Take on. Block for 2.
You got it. We'll toss a red scar for a scar at you.
Nah, just for good measure. Have go again, yeah?
No, because you have more
It
life.
doesn't.
Or
So
I
this
have
is
more
the
life.
end of the chain?
This is the end of the chain.
Woo!
It's the bestest I can do.
Okay. Huh. I like where I am right this second. Block for 3.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and Sigil of Solace for 3.
Everybody needs
Put that
all
down.
of those. Run them all.
Game changer.
Put that into my arsenal. Go to the next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Gets in there, doesn't it?
Sure does. Okay. Let's do this. One on the tunic. I will pop my Goliath Gauntlet.
Ooh.
I'll play from Arsenal and Alpha Rampage. Get to discard one of these.
This one.
Good one. Banished.
Yeah. Advantage face up, I think.
Yep. You got 11 coming at you.
11?
The cool 11.
Mm-hmm.
3 for 9 with Intimidate is Wonk's Towns. I haven't ever played Brute. The deck
It's
is
good.
crazy.
It's good. Let's see. 11. What do I do? Just take it. Lose.
And leave. Going home.
All right, let's drop 6 in. And then reactions. You got any?
Nope.
Throw a Sink Blue in there.
Black and 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty nice. Take one.
Take one.
And then I'll put that in Arsenal under.
Yeah, 13. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just pass. Don't want to do the old whiling out Centauri Saber turn quite
You could.
quite
With
yet.
that Courage of Blade Hold.
Yeah. Chop, 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 chop.
All right. Let's think about this productively. Put a 2 on. I always forget that. I think while I'm playing on stream, because this is like over here instead of in front of me, I will never remember that. It's bad for me. Mm-hmm. Let's go Lesson in Lava for one.
Got me.
We're going fishing.
More lava.
Don't mind me. I love that. That's so simple.
It's just 6 damage in a
but just
game.
good.
6 damage.
Unless they want to use a piece of armor that can stop it. And then I'll draw back. You're up, homie. Bryce is waving me down. Can't hear me. Can't hear me. Is that dead?
No. So like, we're live. Audio's live on our end. We're good.
Can you hear me now, Bryce?
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me
Was that a
now?
Verizon commercial?
Can you hear me now? I'm going to switch to the default. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? He's very confused.
That was an obnoxious commercial.
You haven't muted me, have you?
You're Turn your computer off and back on.
The crowd can hear me.
David, we can hear you, Lord.
Now you can hear me. All right, thumbs up.
Nah, we gotta start doing something. Just piddling around here.
This stack of cards is weirding me out. I was at 8 at some point in this game.
Don't get weird. Yeah, sigils and tomes.
Now that's a good story.
Sigils and tomes.
Let me tell you the story of the sigil and the tome. You got 3 arcane coming at you.
Yeah, it's happening.
Hot dog.
Okay. I think I understand. What a weird, like this is just so close to being the exact hand that I want.
You'll draw next one and see what you get.
Funny how that goes, isn't it?
It's a shame there's not a draw potion. Everyone would play it.
All right, let's time snap.
Mm-hmm.
Snap.
Crystal saying, blink, Bryce, blink twice if you can hear us.
Let's drop. This here?
This here, Bigsby.
Got 2 actions. Let's pop this energy potion.
Mihail Spillhofter. Who did the art? It's good. It's got that Magali lighting thing going on.
Attack here.
For 2?
Yep.
You're just begging for me to block for my hand. I can feel it.
Nobody blocks it too.
No.
Or do they?
I'll let it roll. Pump it.
That's good. Second action. Let's go ahead and pop these bolters, actually. Give that a go again.
David asking about Shiana. So she can play neutrals, and then she'll pop up on the screen, and she can play specializations from anywhere. Gameboy saying, want to see you play Pokemon. We actually played that on stream a couple times. You can search our channel for it.
Oh, wait, I don't need to pop these guys. That's right. All right, hit and run.
The crowd's cheering for Dory, by the way.
Aw. It's been, I'm rusty. Also, you're just playing weird. You're playing weird stuff.
Getting weird.
Hit and run's gonna be a +3 there.
Okay.
We're gonna pay 1.
It is almost the turn of your dreams.
We're a Warrior's Valor +3 and go again if it hits, but that won't matter. So +6 on the next attack. Then we'll.
This could be a problem.
Generate 2. And we will swing for 1.
+6?
Yeah.
So 8?
8 it is, yeah.
Come on. And I guess attack actions are the things I don't block with.
Or you could.
Or, you know. I'll throw my legs in. My iron out legs.
How dare you? Duranthia's.
Then from Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Red sing below.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to trigger its ability.
Okay.
We're at 5.
5 to 8. You got it.
Take 3.
Mm-hmm.
Call me in the morning. Okay.
And then last action, swing with a saber for 2.
Take it.
Okay.
Down to 6.
Now this banish thing, where did this come from?
That should have bounced back to your hand.
When?
Whenever I
I
played
think it was a while ago.
Yeah.
Because I had 4 cards.
It was 2 turns ago.
We'll just put it over here and not think about it.
All right. Sorry about that. Catch me outside.
You're supposed to manage my deck.
Can only do so many.
No, look, there's some cards.
things.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to use my Fandel's resource and play Lessons in Lava.
Lesson in Lava. Can't block it, right?
Yep.
So I take 3.
You got it.
All right.
It's now or never.
It is now or never, isn't it?
Isn't going to last a lifetime. 1 health. Evan Gassman saying, I find it helps to narrate your turns. Little things like forgetting to draw a card of one of your attack hits after playing Plunder Run, like I did on Sunday. It can make a huge difference. That sounds like a bummer of a time. There's nothing like making a mistake and knocking yourself out of an event. Been there.
All right.
Star Wars LCG Worlds 2015.
Let's play. Yeah, right.
The punt of all punts. You got the game in hand. Massive comebacks, 8 rounds in a row to go to the finals. Yeah, you're going to miss that.
All right. Steel Blade Supremacy. Going to generate 2 with a hit and run. So I've got 1 left over. I'm going to choose this weapon. It gets +2, and whenever it hits, I draw a card.
Okay. For the round.
For the round. Pop this. All swords are -1.
This is your turn.
Yeah. Think so. It's a shot. You had 1 shot. Free saber attack at 4. I just totally dunked my arsenal all game, which is actually one of the great lessons in Flesh and Blood. Don't put something down there that's conditional. Right? It's the number 1 rule of the arsenal.
You cannot.
You can't dunk your arsenal for 6 turns and hope to do well.
Yeah. You're at 4.
4. And I guarantee it will only be 4 after all the reactions have resolved.
I'm in a bad spot. I'm behind.
But I'm at 1.
Doesn't matter. I've realized my failure.
Wow. Took a pretty dark turn. We've entered the yelling portion of Dragon Ball Z.
All right, let's do this. I'm going to block with 7. There is an attack in there, so you get +1.
Well occurs. You're saying I'm at 5.
Mm-hmm.
You're blocking with 7.
You got it.
Willikers. Let's play a Singing Steel Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Target weapon attack gains +1, so it's now a 6 total. Tier 7. If you defend it with a card from your hand, search my deck for an attack reaction card, banish it face up, shuffle. I may play it this Chain Link.
Seems good.
Let's see if I've got the one that I actually need. I could have burned through them all by now.
What do you put in your arsenal you couldn't use?
Steel Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Shunt. Whoops. It was gonna totally pants you though.
Oh my God.
How much money do I have?
I tricked you in using that blade early. It's like, oh, he's starting to use the sword.
He's using the sword.
I can
Armor
play this
up.
down.
No, didn't happen. All right, well, this is the one I'm gonna get. Iron Song Response. Get a 0 for a +3, so we'll get a 9.
To my 7.
9 to your 7.
I take 2.
Take 2, and I draw a card.
Oof.
And it goes again. Per Dorinthia's ability, which is why this is so good. And this is gone. This is gone. This comes back. Draw a card. Now I play.
Is this for the round?
Refraction Bolters. To go again. No, so this is still at a 5 though total.
Okay.
That Texas round and this Texas round. Okay, Refraction Bolters for go again. Make sure I didn't already have it. I don't think I did. I did not. And then we'll play Hit and Run. Next weapon attack gains go again, and if I attack with a weapon, next one is +1. Swing for free with 6.
Block with 1.
Take 5.
Dead.
Call me in the morning.
All right. You want to do that matchup one more time?
Yes. Yeah, let's do a best of 3.
Yep.
Like
Gentlemen.
gentlemen.
Gentle people. I felt particularly good in the middle, and then it went bad.
Like an Oreo.
That's right.
No, yeah, there was some absolutely absurd. I don't know what's going on there with whatever you're doing, but the weird thing is you could put that in anything.
Pretty
aside
much.
from the
Specializations, yeah.
aside from the occasional big swings, the surprise arcane damage is hilariously good. That's basically, I mean, in a lot of ways, that's me starting at -6 health, assuming you draw it.
Yeah.
But like, just, I don't think most people would look at Shiana and go, I need to go get that null run Arcane Barrier. Even Arcane Barrier 1 is like, you're still doing 4.
Well, then it's like you gain the 1 prevention on 2 cards.
Yeah.
So it's worth 2. So you might run it over like an Iron Rot Helmet.
Maybe.
It depends on your character.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. This game is good, man. Every time I play it, I'm just like, it's so sophisticated. It's like weirdly sophisticated, and it's
Even, Steven?
and it's
Always.
destructive.
It's you. You're first this time.
I don't know what's going on with this thing.
Weirdly sophisticated is a good description.
That's how people describe me too.
Weirdly sophisticated.
Yeah. Say, I don't know if you guys have been following Moby on Twitter, but that guy's weirdly sophisticated. I actually don't know anything about Moby.
The musician?
Yeah, not me playing Moby. Steven as Moby, I know a lot about, but I don't know. I don't know the real Moby. Don't know what he stands for. Could stand for all sorts of weird things. Who knows? But he made the music I listened to in the 90s, like so many things I love.
From the 90s?
It's the children who are wrong. All right, so I'm going to say right now that this old steel blade shunt, be careful with that one, is not worth having against you. Have we also agreed that there's just no reason to attack in the first turn?
I mean, it's a free turn to swing.
But it's also a free turn to block.
Yeah.
You just get the cards back. So it's kind of like, what am I going to do to possibly...
I think the downside of attacking is like you're just giving your opponent the choice.
Best thing you've got is 12 defense. So unless I can overcome 12, I'm probably not going to do any damage. We're both going to redraw. It's a way to trim my hand, I guess.
You're a little different in that you have those reactions.
Don't say that about me.
So like you can swing and I can think I'm blocking, but you can sneak in some damage here.
Yeah, in fact, these are cards that are less good in their current situation. So I'm going to generate 2 with this old steel blade. I'm going to pay 1 for a Warrior's Valor, plus 2 and go again. I'm going to pay 1 for a Saber. If it hits, it's going to have go again. And I'm going to swing in for 4, a number that is interesting.
I mean, I guess.
I've got some freaking tricks. Everybody at home, set your calendar, set your alarms, get ready.
Go.
It's about to get crazy.
4, that's not an attack action.
You're blocking with Lesson in Lava. That's amazing. I kind of am okay with that. But wait a minute. What if I did this? I'm doing it. Are you done with your block skis?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any defense reactions that matter? I guess we'll find out.
Perhaps I do.
I'm just going to do it just to look, just to see it.
Okay.
Generate 3, pay 1 for Steel Blade. Singing Steel Blade. It's going to go +1, so I'm currently at 5 total. And then I go get any attack reaction that I want. I was seeing the Mr. Burns version.
From Simpsons?
Yeah. Good question. So I could do big stuff or I could do weak stuff. Isn't that fun to watch your opponent just decide what they want you to do?
Ryan Roper saying if you do any damage at all on the first turn, it's a net plus.
All right, well, let's try it then. Let's do a route with my last 2. +3, and I'm going to put Lesson in Lava back in your hand.
So what do you got now?
I'm at 8.
Come on. Take 7.
That's a net plus.
That's a super net plus. Concur.
I think that was good. I think that was good. I think it was really good.
All right, mine.
But it turns those Scar for Scars and Life for Life on.
Sure does.
Yeah.
You gotta know when to hold them.
That's right.
All right, mine.
Yes.
We're gonna play a blue Pursuit of Knowledge. Paying for it with that lesson in lava. 4 damage attack. If it hits, I'm gonna Goliath Gauntlet. That.
Oh, that's so cool.
So you have a 6 damage Pursuit of Knowledge coming at you.
That was smart. Lead the charges going in.
2.
Go into attack reactions. Do you have any?
Not yet.
Let's put in a sync below.
You're at 6?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna trigger its ability?
I will. If you let it resolve.
I'm letting it resolve.
Okay.
You ready for this bad boy?
I'm so ready.
Let's do this.
You even have attack reactions in your deck.
Sure do.
Razor Reflex doesn't work on that.
Attack actions, yeah, it does.
It's not 1 or less.
Other cards work. I'm gonna do it.
What is it? What is
I'm gonna
it?
play Art of War instant.
Oh my god.
Attack action cards I control game +1.
That's bogus.
And then
That's bogus.
that's really the only thing it's gonna do.
Yeah. So you get your free card, huh?
You know it. It's
Okay.
really I'm not gonna do that. Because if I have an extra card, I'm not gonna have a card to put in Arsenal, so I may as well just put one of these in Arsenal.
Okay.
So you block.
I blocked.
You got it.
Who's laughing now?
But I've done the math now. Put that down.
My turn. Energy Potion. Arsenal. Drop 1. It's
not. Okay. Let's go.
I agree, Ryan. I think that's right. Swinging turn 1 is especially good for Warrior. Opponent blocks, you get the reprise effects. If they don't, you just brain them and get free cards.
From my Arsenal,
If they
I'll
don't
play
get their free
Art
cards.
of War. +1 in my attacks, and the next attack that I play gains go again. So we're gonna play a 5 damage Coax of Commotion.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go 3 and 2.
For 5?
4, 5.
Blocked it.
Blocked.
Let's play Blue Scar for a Scar. It has to go again. 2 damage.
3 technically with the thing.
Yeah, that's right. 3 damage.
Okay. Okay. We'll do. I'll take 3.
Okay. Then
Unless
I'll,
you have reactions.
Nope. Then I'll spend 1 on a yellow Whirling Mist Blossom for 3. If it hits, because it's the second attack in a row, at least chain link 2 to hit, I would draw 2 cards.
3.
You got it. End of the turn.
Yay. Chris Short asking the question of the matter. You seem like to like Centauri with Dorinthia. What do you see as the benefit over Dawnblade? The benefit is you get 3 attacks in a turn if you do it right. You basically have big turns. So like you can swing, hit. This can go again now. Swing, hit, swing, hit. That's what Dawnblade Dorinthia cannot do. She only gets 2 swings. So it makes a lot of sense, particularly with cards like Biting Blade. Biting Blade's really good with it. The Courage of Bladehold, absolutely bonkers whenever you get 3 sword attacks for free. It's a lot more technical and weird, but it's fine. Okay, where am I? Okay. Drop a blue, swing a Centauri Saber for 1.
I will not defend.
Okay. And crack the bolters, give it go again.
Okay. I'm gonna,
which is a bummer. Actually, I won't So this is after it hits, so we'll see.
All right, I'm gonna use a red sink below.
Reactions, eh?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
All right, we'll put this on bottom and draw a card.
Okay.
Okay, Paladin.
You got me.
I am the information.
Sunk below.
You got sunk. Well, let's put this in Arsenal. Go ahead.
Interesting. Okay, this will take some doing here. 3, 4, 5, 1.
Evan Gassman asking, if Find Center ability triggers, does that mean the opponent can't block with equipment? Let me see Find Center. It'll pop up in a second.
Okay, here we go. Pop in the energy potion.
I don't see how Find Center would affect anything.
Generating 2. Pay one of those for the old Steel Blade Supremacy, your favorite and mine.
Yep, +2 for the round.
Target weapon gains +2, and whenever it hits, draw a card.
Okay, can't let that happen.
Cannot let that happen. I don't know about this.
Okay, Ryan Roper answering is, if a card doesn't have a cost such as equipment, Find Center treats its cost as 0. Good to know.
All right, and let's swing Centauri Saber for 4.
Nothing from my hand.
Nothing from his hand. Pass.
Sink below red.
Okay. Now we gotta do things. It will resolve.
You got it. Put this under.
Put one under. Then we will pay 2 for a biting blade. Generate 2 from that. Whee! And that's going to give it +2. And you defend it with a card from your hand. So all weapons are +1 until end of turn.
So it's +3.
Yeah, so it's 4 from the thing, 5, 6, 7 from this.
Okay, I'll take 4.
6, 7. Pop the bolters to give it go again.
And the +2 is what hangs around.
+2 and the +1 from biting blade as well. I'll
Okay.
put this under here.
Yeah, that's smart.
For ease.
Okay.
All right, then this puppy's fire and draw a card for that Dorinthia specialization. Now we've got a choice to make.
See you, Jordan.
Yeah, I'm gonna press the gas, man.
Problem.
This is the time. Make sword attacks free. And then let's go. Hit and run.
Mm-hmm.
Next weapon attack gains go again, and if I've attacked with a weapon, it's +1. So we'll swing in here for 6.
Yowza. Let's block for 2. It's a non-attack action card.
Okay. Well, 2 reactions.
Yeah.
Generate 2.
Oh no.
Player out. +3 and bounce the tome.
Oh no. Oh no. There's Route doing work.
That's right, yeah.
That's great.
That's busted.
That's super great. Yeah, Route's fantastic, right?
those steel blade turns with the Centaurus is so good.
Your decision to open with 7 damage was good.
You know, I really have been thinking about my strategies. I go home and I draw on the whiteboard.
Yeah.
7 damage, turn 1.
Goal.
Check.
Nailed it. That's a pretty good start. Well, this is.
What do we think about Shiana? What do you need? We don't even see all the specializations, have we?
I don't have them all.
That really makes me want to give you like $20 to buy some more packs.
Unlimited is coming soon. There's also, once Unlimited comes, we might get more singles and stuff. So I'm just gonna look. But Command and Conquer is crazy.
Oh my
Enlightened
gosh.
Strike is crazy. Just generically good.
Those 2 cards are necessary if you're in an all-neutral build, right?
I think
they're
the
like
best
some of the best
neutrals.
cards in the
Yeah.
game, and they happen to be neutral.
Yeah. I will say there's enough potential here for me to be interested.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's doing weird things, and like you hit these like random. You can play cards together that can't normally be played together.
I'm going to make a prediction right now, a bold prediction on the stream
Okay.
for all of you.
That way we can clip it out later if you're right and delete it if you're wrong.
My bold prediction is that you're going to go home tonight and think about this deck
I am.
in a real way.
Yeah. Well, there's a difference between deck building live and like deck building not live.
Right.
There's a distinct difference. But
You're going to take your time, you're going to pour yourself a little coffee, you're going to sit there, and you're going to think about it for 3 hours. Then all of a sudden, something's going to click, and it's going to be like, this is the direction. And then off you go.
Yeah.
And then you're going to buy 2 Command and Conquerors off of the singles, and you're going to buy Enlightened
to
Strikes.
be fair, I was already looking at that, so it's not too crazy. But I like it. I like the theme. I feel like too. There's some matchups where the ability to copy the character is going to matter.
Do you want to play one with Kaio? Or Kaio?
I'd try it.
I'd do it real quick.
Let me
We got
run to
time.
the bathroom. And
3:45.
I'll do that.
You could have. I mean, the thing is, what are some generically good?
Like Ira is +1 on the second attack, which would be good for me.
Oh, that'd be great.
Katsu wouldn't help me. Reinar would be fine
That's the discard 6 Intimidate.
because I have to discard 6. It'd be whatever. Bravo would be really good.
Which one is that?
Pay 2, get dominated on a big attack.
Oof, yeah, it is good. Would be good.
So you can run it down.
I forget Pursuit of Knowledge is like a big. Pursuit of Knowledge is like a bigger attack, which is cool. Pursuit, what we can all say about Pursuit of Knowledge, costs a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? You get that? All right, friends, I'm going to do a KO. This KO deck was performing like crazy in our last video. And the general idea, if you guys haven't seen this yet, of course, is to double the attack. But you just got the Gambler's Gloves and you've got the Scab Skins. It's classic Brute in that idea. But then what you're trying to do is obviously get 2 6 damage or higher attacks every turn. So the way that we're doing that is we're using a bunch of potions, and then we're doing things like Drone of Brutality, Smash Instinct, Wounded Bull, Pack Hunt, all of the cards that are generically 6 and are as low cost as possible, which is a pretty cool strategy, if I do say so myself. And basically, you hit it a third of the time, and that usually is enough to end a game, obviously. But what you lack you lack a lot in defense. That's basically how this goes. You lack a lot of defense in this one. But who needs defense? Bonehead Barrier, great. That's a card that is essentially defense, but a little bit awkward, which is nice. And then you're saying you should play it versus an old hero version for balance check. What is that? KO or Shiyana? Which one are you talking about, Dydra? Chris Shorter saying Arknight Ascendancy might be situationally good. 6 for 5 dominate, ruin chance as a bonus. Oh my gosh, Chris, that's great. That's a great idea. Do we have that in the Ruin Blade deck at this point? Let's take a look. I think this Ruin Blade deck is actually quite good. Zach plays it like you should play it. Okay, Visceray. Boy, I love this Reaping Blade though, don't you? Whew. Hey, we got some hot tips here.
What we learned?
Arcanite Ascendancy might be interesting. I don't know if it's in here. It's kind of
We
a
have one of it.
it's kind of a big attack. You
I saw it
you
when I
can
was
read it.
cruising
Yeah.
through.
Here it is. Yeah. So it's basically you pay 6, which is not ideal, but it's a 5 damage dominate attack, and you create that many rune chant tokens.
How many damage you do?
Yeah. So it also works with like Razor Reflex. If you do happen to like kind of hit this at the very end of a turn,
Get a bunch of rune chant tokens.
and do like 4 or 5 rune chant, that's unblockable for most people who are playing against you.
Yeah.
So that's just an instant 4 or 5 damage, which would be insane.
Yeah, that's part of it too. Is I feel like I just need to go look at the
Seclusion,
magic.
the West Wing.
Yeah, that's right. Just the magic of the deck is going to be the pairings of the specializations, and I only have so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't even really see that one.
You're gonna have to go on the deck builder.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to get serious. You need to see all of your options.
I think I can just search specialization and have them all pop up.
Yeah, probably. Okay, and then Azalea's gone.
How does KO's ability read?
You know, Azalea's ability is a weird one to copy.
Because you can clear out the arsenal.
Basically, you put a card from your arsenal on the bottom of your deck, and then put the top card face up.
It works.
It won't be an arrow, so it won't matter.
Does that go again?
It'd have to go again, yeah. So you can just cycle through arsenal, which is actually pretty good for yours.
Yeah.
Because you cycle into those
It's like,
from
oh,
arsenal
I
cards.
just put a tome into my arsenal. Let's go.
Yeah, that's pretty good. 6 damage or higher base.
Roll the
double
die.
it.
Okay.
But you don't have the magic of these scab skin leathers.
Or the gambler's gloves.
It's pretty amazing too how obviously the same this brute outfit is. It's like look at this guy. This is like the same person.
He is wearing that outfit.
The same
It might be the same piece of art.
brute. Oh, I bet that's right. It looks the exact same.
Even Steven?
But they weren't expecting that Hope Merchant's hood.
Even.
I'm an academic brute.
He's a thinker.
Yeah, Ryan said you could put the shard in. You sold it. Did you sell it?
I traded it.
Oh, right. That was the best trade on Earth.
It was
on
pretty
all
good.
of planet Earth.
Someone the other day tagged me in the Discord, and they're like, "Hey, that shard's down to 600 card," and they're like, "You made the best trade ever."
Yeah, best trade of all time. That's how these scab skins are here.
Yep.
Okay. Draw 4. Here we go. You'd be surprised the deck doesn't really sell cards. Doesn't happen very often. It's almost all trades. All right, so my game plan.
It's more fun that way. Although if you get money, like you could just buy more product.
It's a classic gamble, really.
Yeah, but when you're looking for specific cards, trades are better, obviously.
All right, scab skin. Here we go.
Doesn't he have like weird starting health 19?
Yes, he does. You got me.
You
Okay.
got me.
Okay, so scab skins once per turn. Roll a 6-sided die. Action points equal to, and I'm supposed to roll a high here, right? A 6. Okay, so
We get 3 actions.
That's the most actions I can have. I got it. Huh. Well, let's generate 2 and play a pack hunt. Intimidate, 6 damage. This.
Okay.
And we're gonna try to double it. Try again. These things are loaded. 3 damage. Coming at you.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Take 3.
Take 3.
Call me in the morning.
Let's do a brutal assault. 6 damage. Coming at you.
That has to go again.
Yeah, I had 3 actions.
You don't even need go again. I get it.
Old-fashioned actions. Take 12.
My God.
Coming at you.
Let's fate foreseen. Actually, wait. Let's put this in.
Yeah.
No, we'll save it. Fate for Sheen. Up to 1. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Take 8.
I took notes from my last game.
Seems good. I'm gonna play Sigil of Solace. Game 3.
Man, see, that card is so good on the first turn. If you do damage, you just get to replace it.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous.
So
Not as ridiculous as 15.
Oh,
table view. Yeah, sorry.
dealt 7
you guys
again
missed
in the
my
opening.
grand debut. Okay. Noise.
Okay. Energy potion. Face down. Go ahead.
Okay. Well. How about this?
That's true. Sigil on turn 1 when they down attack's even better.
That's true. Yeah, you just get the goods.
Start the game at 23 health. Thank you very much. Roll those others.
Right.
Oh, you get to choose.
I don't need them.
Don't risk it.
Don't risk it. No biscuit here.
Risk it, keep the biscuit.
We're gonna play Enchanting Melody. Using
Yellow.
Yellow. Thank you. And then we're gonna pass. We're gonna put this in Arsenal.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And this is if I be dealt damage, destroy it, prevent 3 of that damage. Man, all these decks are so cool. Put 3 here just to remember. Would you look at that?
Would you look at it? Just look at it. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, there it is. Got
Where's
it.
that from, by the way? We say it all the time. Cool.
It's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, nice.
The main character,
That's
Jake
right.
Peralta.
That's right.
Cool. All right, let's go. Red, Life for a Life.
Oh, everybody's
go again.
favorite.
If it hits,
mine.
I get a life back. Been looking for that from years. Get a life back. Got it.
Now,
wait. Okay, 6 or more is the one I get a trigger's ability in.
Yeah.
Don't you love it?
Wouldn't that be cool?
I can just end the game in a minute.
Wouldn't that be cool?
You just wait for it. I'm you, by the way, permanently.
You. Yeah.
I am, you are, we are.
Yeah. It's gonna hit, and then rather than taking 4, this gets destroyed, and I take 1.
I'll gain a life.
But you gain a life.
Life for a life. 1 for 1.
A life for a life. That's right. Eye for an eye. Proware of all of them, etc.
All right, you ready for this? I'm gonna pop the potion.
Oh goodness.
From, let's Goliath Gauntlet for +2.
On the edge of my seat here.
You just wait. And I'm not sure. This should be at 3, but that's irrelevant. Right.
Let's see. Hold on. How many turns? First turn was a big turn. Second turn was not. I've not done my 3rd turn yet.
Okay. Then we're gonna spend 3 on Alpha Rampage.
Hello.
So it's 11 with. And I have to discard one of these. And
you could double this.
I'm rolling it. That's what I'm saying. Here we go.
It's a
And
2.
half. So is it half rounded up or down?
Down.
So it's a 5. It's a 7 damage attack, and it's got Intimidate. But that could have just been like the game.
That's hilarious to me.
That was a 20 damage attack.
You got the bonehead barrier.
I
bummer.
don't know that card yet.
Do you not
but
get to see it?
No.
I thought they were intimidated face up.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think cards are banished face up all the time.
But like that could have been a 20.
It's really quite funny. What is it instead of 7?
Yeah.
Wait, you round down. Okay. Yeah, you did it right.
Half rounded down +2. AJ is saying they're banished face down. I don't know what that does, so it doesn't matter.
Such a bummer that you did that.
Oh, that is a great card for this moment. Your face.
It's fine. Let's get the party going here. Let's do 5.
Okay.
Block 7.
Take 2. Put this in arsenal. Party on lane.
It comes back in. All right, and then I'll do.
See if that guy, T.
No, I keep forgetting about the club.
He was
Pursuit of
romping.
knowledge for the bonehead barrier. 4 coming at you. If it hits, +1 intellect. Let me do this differently. Plunder run, then pursuit of knowledge.
It was a yellow plunder run for +2.
Yeah, so it'll go to 6.
Take it.
Whoo! Woo! You must have the hand of all hands. Draw a card for plunder run.
It doesn't have go again, right?
It does not.
Sigil of Solace.
You're just the worst.
He won't die.
Yeah, right.
But I have comfortably less health to be able to do life for life and scar for a scar for a while.
You can absolutely get there. All right, 1 in the arsenal, and I'll draw 4 because I go up to 5. Oh my gosh, how funny is this turn?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Mine?
Moin.
Mine? Let's go
Spaghetti.
Art of War yellow.
Playing all these cards I never see.
+1 attack, and the next attack gains go again.
Okay.
I'll play a Coax of Commotion from my arsenal. It's a 5.
If it hits, you get to draw potentially.
We could each draw a card, yeah.
I like cards. I like turtles.
Cards are good.
Let's go 3 and then both the equipment. 4, 5.
You got it?
Good.
Then let's spend 2 to swing with Talishar.
Oh no. Here we go. This has go again?
I gave it with that.
Oh. Talishar? Where did you come from? Well, I'm going to drop Scar for a Scar in because it's going to be worthless for a while.
Take 2?
Take 2.
It is practically worthless on your side of the board right now.
You know, Scar is here. All right. Scab Skins. Oh, baby. Look at how funny this is, though. That's actually the coolest thing.
Could have been a 1. Oh my goodness, it's triple potion, 2 crazy brews. Let's get it's party time. Chris Shorter, Talishar. I barely know her. That's funny. All right, mine.
It's time. It's a time for drinking.
Let's go blue scar for a scar.
Oh, come on. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Which you been rolling this one to get that 6 all the time?
This one too.
Come on. Jeebus. Oh, it is.
1s and 6s. See, look, it's 50-50. 50-50.
When you roll it, it's a lot more than.
I take 2.
Okay.
Reaction, reaction, reaction.
You want that hand.
Mm-mm.
You ready for this?
Yep.
I'm going to use my resource here on the tunic. Crippling Crush Red.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 11.
Mm-hmm.
Let's use that ability.
Oh, no.
If I get a 6, it'll be so funny.
You won't get a 6.
I won't. I never do.
It's going to be a 6 damage attack.
It's a 6. It's actually a 5. Half rounded down.
It only works for me.
Half rounded down.
Figured this out by now? That was exciting, though. I was happy we got to experience that.
I was really excited. It only needs to work once.
I don't know what my next turn is.
Ryan says the cripplingest of crushes. Can you imagine if that's a 22?
I can absolutely imagine that. I'm gonna pop this hood. Do I shuffle these in first?
What does it say?
Hide the card and then ask what it is. Shuffle any from into your deck and then draw that many. Crippled Crush, that's right. All right, here comes 3 cards. I didn't want that hand at all. But whether or not I black, because it could be an amazing hand, of course.
Yeah.
With all these potions.
If this deals 4 or more damage, you're going to discard 2 random cards.
Guess I better ditch all those potions that didn't block. That's exactly what I needed. How much damage are you dealing? 5?
Yep. Just a cash 5.
Okay, so I need 2.
AJ Brown, crippled crush.
I'm gonna block 2. Take 3.
Take 3. Call me in the morning.
Look who's got less life than you, bro.
I've activated your trap card.
All right, let's start off with a crazy brew.
Come on. Gain 2 life, gain 2 actions.
Gain 2 action points, gain 2 resources. Next attack is +2. Well, this is ridiculous.
It's crazy.
All right, I'll spend those 2 on a Cadaverous Contraband. 6 damage attack. Here comes the double. It's a 1. 3 coming at you.
But it's +2.
5 coming at you.
And if it hits, you get to do what?
I've got 1 action remaining after this. Nothing matters if I hit. Oh, yeah. Non-attack action card from graveyard on top of that.
What is this, Nom?
There are rules. Non-attack action card. They all say attack.
I'll take 4.
Okay. Only 4? 3 + 2?
Oh, I'm going to throw my legs in.
Okay, there you go. And that's going to put a Plunder Run on top.
You don't need that.
Wait, is that an attack? No, it's not. Not an attack. What's up, House of Mysteria? Okay, that's first action of 2. Second action. Let's pay 1. But we're going to do it in a weird way. Pop the energy potion.
Mm-hmm.
Gain 2. Pay 1 for a Blood Rush Bellow. Discard a random card. Wounded Bull.
So your next attack's +2?
6 or more. Next attack is +2, and I draw 2 cards. Okay. Then we'll go generate 2 more to go to 3. And play a Beast Within. It is a brute attack, so it's +2. Is that right? Did you already get that?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what that thing is? The +2? That's right, yeah. Where is that card even? Oh, it's right here. Brute attack's +2. And then we got 8. We'll see if we can double it.
Apparently, that's all following attacks.
It says brute attacks game +2.
Your brute attacks, not just the next one.
No.
It's all of them.
Yeah, but I only have so many in here, which is weird. All right, take 14, sir.
What am I supposed to do?
Lose.
All right, let's go. Block for 7.
It's impossible. Okay. You did it.
Take 7.
Success.
Down to 1.
Oh, mercy mio mio. That's that.
All right.
I'll put this in my arsenal.
Energy potion.
Okay. And the Beast Within, if it would be put into my graveyard from anywhere other than the combat chain. Oh, this is the combat chain, so.
Keith McDaniel asking for the text number. I'm going to paste it in the chat. You can text us.
All right, let's try these scab skins. 3 kind of fell out there.
1 action?
Yep, so I get 1 action. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Let's do a Drone of Brutality. Paying for it with a Beast Within. Let's go. It's a 3.
You're going to go gloves it?
No. Not in a hurry.
I'm not going to block with anything in my hand.
Yeah, you can text Geneva, whatever. It's like a service, so I think it should be fine. You might have to pay to text a US number. I'm not sure.
It'll warn you if you're in a country where it would cost you. We good?
That's it, yeah.
Let's fate first scene. Red.
You did it.
Opt 1.
And
We'll leave it.
put it on the bottom of the deck. And then this goes on the bottom of the deck. And that's that. And then draw 2.
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Go blue scar for a scar.
For 2?
Mm-hmm.
It's just such a weird, I don't know.
Isn't it the weirdest card to block?
Yeah, I'm not gonna block it.
Okay. I'll pay 1. Whirling Mist Blossom.
Is it Chain Link 2?
Yep. And if it hits, I draw 2 cards.
That can't happen.
I concur. Must block.
Block with 3.
Okay.
I hate it, but I'm doing it.
Then I'll pop my potion, swing of the sword.
4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's play an instant. Bonehead Barrier.
Oh my.
Watch out. 5. Prevent the next 5 damage.
4.
All right. Anything else?
That's it. Putting this in arsenal.
I'm not smart enough.
What I would like is you to never roll a 5 or a 6 again.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, so then what we're really looking at is 2. Okay. Let's no. Let's generate 2. Oh, this needs to go under. Let's generate 2 and then play a Rifting From Arsenal, it's a 6. It's a 3.
From Arsenal, we'll play Sink Below Red.
You got it.
Oh, and I won't trigger its ability. Alrighty, Roo. Let's play Red Scarf for a Scarf for 4.
Buck 3. Take Uno. Got that razor.
You better have a reaction. I'm gonna go Razor for +3.
You got it.
I'm gonna go Razor
Oh,
for
you
+3. Have
didn't.
1 resource
You
floating.
didn't. You got it.
What?
Potions, potions, potions.
That's all KO is good for.
I've got too much to drink.
Man,
I have too many potions in there.
that KO ability is obnoxious.
That played about, wasn't that about a third? 33%?
The only ones you remember are the ones that hurt.
I know, right? Nobody remembers the bad ones.
Yeah, Jim Volin saying, had to jump off for a bit. How well is Shiana playing? What you would expect.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Super fun.
I think the cool thing about what I'm feeling about playing as her is like, you could pretty much build this deck with anybody, which is a good sign. That I think you can get it done neutrally.
There's a package here that's basically like, here's like a starting point, and then your class cards better be doing something more than what this is doing.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a cool baseline for all time. Because one of the advantages generics are going to have is that they don't really go away. So like you can always combine all the generic cards, or not even go away, but like it's going to be the biggest card pool.
And they're essentially the baseline of power. So like I said, it's maybe worth, like when you start playing a new class, take this kind of generic suite and play it, and then start replacing generic cards with class cards.
Yeah.
Just to be like, this would do that better, this would do that better. And then eventually you're like, okay, so either maybe I lean more generic with this hero, maybe I lean fully into class cards with this hero. Because I'm sure there's some traps in there for classes to be like, wait a minute, I actually would rather have these generics than this class card, but I want to do the class card because I'm playing that class.
Yeah, and obviously class cards are probably going to have synergy, and so they're going to feel like they go with your strategy. But I think it is really important to not get caught up in just playing the class cards, because that's the pool of cards you start building with.
Yeah, 100%. You know what also strikes me about both of these, just playing on the side of KO and Dorinthia, you don't fully appreciate how important it is to know what your game plan is before you start playing. Because like when we last built KO, we knew exactly what this deck was trying to do, and like I started remembering it like kind of halfway through, and I was like, oh yeah, the point is to do 2 attacks every turn. Like that's the whole idea of this deck.
To take 2 rolls at doubling.
And so by the time I kind of started to figure that out, I was like, I have been doing this all wrong, basically.
Yeah.
Same thing with Dorinthia, right? It's like that first game, it was just like, I don't know, this doesn't feel right. And then by the second and third game, you're like, oh, I'm starting to get back in the groove, which I think is an incredible sign for a game like Flesh and Blood, where like knowing exactly how to pilot what you've built is so important. You can't just pick up the pile of cards and know exactly how to go.
Yeah. I mean, that really shows I forgot who I was talking to. Daniel, he was the one that sent us the Spoils stuff. Old Spoils player, a game we used to play. And he was basically saying like he just felt like when he was drawing his hands, it was kind of like one-dimensional.
Of Flesh and Blood?
Yeah, and I was like, really? Because like I'm always impressed with how many variations there are on sequencing a turn with just 4 cards. How much you're pushing, are you putting in Arsenal, what are you putting in Arsenal, all that kind of stuff. And like I think what you were saying just there is a really good litmus test, where it's like if it truly is one-dimensional, it should be pretty apparent that like this is the route. And I think what you were seeing is like, and maybe there is when you figure out what's efficient, but like knowing what your plan is. And I think it becomes really important to not just know your plan, but also know what they're doing.
That's the next step.
You learn how to walk by looking down, but eventually you need to be looking up.
Yeah, no, 100%. The reason that's so important is not necessarily the sequencing of this turn, but it's the idea that you need to know what you're likely to draw and what you're looking to draw so that you can keep those things in your hand when you're considering your defense in your next turn. And it's like, okay, well, I'm going to drop these 2 on defense because this hand isn't terribly synergistic. And then I'm going to draw 2 fresh cards. Now I've got that combo of cards that makes this deck function. Now I have a big turn. I can swap the tempo of the game. And I designed the deck to do that.
Well, and I did the opposite of that.
Yes.
Which is a problem. So there was a turn where I drew. Let me look and see what card it was.
House of Mysterious. So kind of doing 2 or more attacks a turn. That's primarily achieved through Time Snap potions and Scab Skin Leathers, of course. So like you're gonna roll 5s and 6s from time to time. This is a KO deck revolved entirely around the die. You're just trying to roll, and you have big turns and you have awful turns. And then you also have some cards that do grant go again in here, I think, if I'm not mistaken. There's a couple of ways to get it.
There's one turn specific, I think, at last game or the game before, where like I drew my hand back after choosing 1 of 2 cards to put in Arsenal and 1 to play resources with, and I was like, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Because I had 2 left of that card, and I had gone through about half my deck. It's like I should be expecting, and that's another level. Like I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
At least with this deck. I think that's part of why like playing a lot with the same deck is super relevant. And like if you watch the games I played, at least every one of them went a little bit differently for me.
Yeah.
Like one time I was early.
One time you had like
Wars,
17 Scar for Scars at the same time.
Yeah, and I sequenced out the turns. And getting your deck to my goal with this would be getting to the point where I can consistently do the same thing.
Yeah. Just got to figure out what it is.
Just got to figure out what that is.
That's the thing about the generics, though, right? They naturally are kind of doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
So like, can you really at this point drill into one strategy with only generic cards and specializations?
That's a good question.
Maybe not, and maybe you shouldn't be able to. I mean, maybe that's the whole point of deck building. All right, everyone. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to be here. We truly love this game, Flesh and Blood. This is kind of the new high-level competitive game for me, which is exciting. That and Skytear. Although Skytear, there's something about a raw card game that is just, you can kind of just play it more analytically and just kind of like a robot almost. You kind of get that, you get it like in a good way, like that vibe of just like cranking out efficiency and trying to best your opponent in a very raw kind of way.
Well, I'll tell you what it is.
What's that?
Not only is it just cards, but it's the fact that you can jam out games of this.
Yes.
Like the fastest we played a game of Skytear is like an hour.
Yeah.
In an hour, we might play 2 or 3 games of Flesh and Blood.
If we were just like off camera, we could jam out 10 to 15 minutes a game.
Like the day we stayed after the stream,
yeah.
Right? It was like three or 4 games in an hour.
100%.
So you can just jam it.
And then you do that tweaks and you do the deck. Yeah. You don't get that in Skytear, where you get a much more kind of robust and kind of big world experience. But even with Skytear, I can zoom out and really just enjoy the atmosphere in the moment. It's better for that. And so it achieves what miniatures games do for me.
Yeah, you kind of lean back.
It makes me zoom out a little bit, even though it does give me that kind of card gaming analysis thing too.
I also feel like, at least for me, if I had to define, the energy burn of the games, like this is very defined.
Yeah.
And it's singular.
And
like
it's
like
satisfying.
It's just really.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really focused. Whereas Skytear still takes up, in a good way, a wide amount of my brain.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like
wide, but not quite as deep as this on this lane.
I think it's like when we talk about on the podcast the random access memory / cognitive load. The cognitive load here for me is like almost 0.
It's gone down to almost
If you were
nothing.
watching the RAM on a computer percentage meter, when you can look at that, it's like I'm at like 3 or 4% when I'm playing this game, which means all of my brain power can go towards strategic thinking.
Yeah.
Whereas in Skytear, it's not over. It's not bad. I'm not in the red yet, but like it is a higher amount.
You're
of,
on
like,
a 30 to 40.
I have to like be thinking about, because it's got a position on it.
You have a lead card. Is the position over here? What did you just draw? You're gonna kill my hero. Where's that tower? Yeah, it's crazy. We're in such a good batch of games right now.
I agree.
We got new hardware. We hope that it's been good to us today. We obviously can't really judge it too much because we're not watching live like you are. So hopefully that's good. Hopefully the audio is in sync. Hopefully everything's coming through loud and clear. I'll watch this back tonight and kind of maybe make some adjustments. But again, thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to get out, and tomorrow, I reckon we've got some Ashes.
That's right. The
Come
other
join us
dueling
for some
game.
Ashes, even if you're not interested. It's a really, really cool
And
game. You
I'll
should
do
take
it
a
one
look
last
at it.
time. Text us.
And
I'm
you
gonna
can
post the number.
text that number. There's a new It's not social media because you don't really connect with other people. It's just a way to interact with us through text messaging. Think about like emailing Covenant, except it's through a phone and it's text messaging. You know, like what used to be 1990 is now 2020. That's basically all that it is. We don't do any customer support through that. So if you have order questions and whatnot, like I placed an order and it didn't include this or something is wrong, still use the contact form for that. But otherwise, we'll be as honest and open as we can.
If you have generic questions, though, it's great. So like if you have questions about how the subscriptions work or any of that kind of stuff, right? Technically, as long as it's not specific to a person, for like we have to verify it's the person we're talking to, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, and it's worth mentioning here, since I see some people in the chat saying they're new. We do have subscriptions for this. So this is a subscription program. It's something we've been doing for a very long time. It's kind of the flagship online offering that we have. I mean, undoubtedly, that is the flagship online offering on purpose. And basically, it's a way to automatically get products as soon as they come out. So if you want to subscribe to Flesh and Blood, you say, hey, every time a new set releases of Flesh and Blood, I want 3 boxes, or I want 4 boxes. We send them to you. We charge you 2 weeks before the set releases. It's 20% off MSRP. It's the lowest price we can go. We charge you the shipping based on where you are in the country or even internationally, wherever you are in the world. And then we ship those boxes to you, and our intent in the States is to ship on a timeline that gets them to you on release day. So we actually ship out a little early before they release to try to get them there, because we always really enjoy playing on the weekends. Whenever a new release came out, we still do.
Well, like if people post some like pictures of what they're getting in their boxes, that's brutal not to have your box. So we do everything we can to get it there.
Yeah, so we try to get it there. And then we also, with Fab, we have a special deal where we got an exclusive promo. And starting with set 4 with Monarch, that exclusive promo is actually going to be from the set of Monarch. So set 5 will be from set 5, set 6 from set 6. And that'll only be available through the subscription. And if you have 1 box on your sub, you get 1 promo. 2 boxes, you get 2 promos. 3 boxes, 3 promos. 18 boxes, 18 promos. You see how it goes. And if you get 3 or more boxes, it ships for free in the United States. So
heck of a deal.
That's about as good as we can make it. Honestly, there's nothing else we could do.
Shout out. He's been on the chat asking questions most of this time, saying my first subscription with you guys is
Shout out, Jim. Hey, thanks for joining. People join up, and then I'll be honest with you, they usually don't stop because they love the service.
Unless they like stop playing the game.
That's what we try for. We try to be perfect at everything we do. That's why this hardware matters so much during live streaming.
You ready to get out of here?
I'm ready, dude.
Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.